Heyo! Welcome to live collected editions on a Sunday with two of my favorite guests, Dom of X and Jake of the Brave and the Boys. But we have let's see, we have a special. Oh, it says I'm live. That's nice that it tells me that I'm live. Thank you. We have an effort that we're going to undertake today. I did it for Aussieverse, and I can do it for Dom. Dom, how far are you away from, what is it, 2,000?
2,500.
2,500 you're going for?
Yes, sir.
And how far away are you from 2,500?
28, according to like an hour ago.
28. Okay, so Dom of X's link to his YouTube channel is down below in the description box. And I'm going to make a banner now that's it. Okay, there's James with it. Thank you. We need to get 28 people to go to, it's Dom, first of all. You want to subscribe. Nice guy. Oh, let's help polish your nice guy reputation with your introduction of your new friend.
Yes, indeed. So this is Cyndaquil. He is, well, a friend of mine sent me over a package that came about on Christmas Eve, and I had no idea what it was. My parents didn't have any idea what it was. It was from Japan. They were like, "Wait, Dom, did you order something from Japan?" I was like, "I have no idea." Then a friend of mine sent me a text saying, "Merry Christmas, Dom. Open up the gift at 12 a.m. Midnight, because that's family tradition, has been for the last 20 years of my life."
Okay.
Or however long. And lo and behold, this cutie was in the package. Cyndaquil is the fire starter Pokemon from Generation 2 for Pokemon, for those who are unaware. One of the cutest things in the world. And yeah, very thankful for my friend for giving that to me on Christmas.
That is cool. That's very cool. All I have is Dupe and Jeff the Shark. But
I think Jeff the Shark came in last week, according to my comic shop. I still need to go to them and pick mine up.
I did get something cool for Christmas, though. I will show you. I've showed other people.
Yes.
I think
it looks great in person, too.
Guys, I have to jump off. I'll be back in like 1 second. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Oh, I have to turn the light on myself. Fits in there. There we go. This is Batman standing
with the
on
glowing light. And the glowing light earlier, just when it was shining at your face, I would love to see that like during Halloween next year. Like you doing a Halloween video, your room is dark and it's just the bat light shining in your face.
This one, welcome to the Bat Cave.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a pretty powerful light. Okay, awesome.
So, yeah, that's the one that we tried. I did a poll to see if you would buy it, and you said you'd have to wait. You said you had to wait because it was expensive, right? When you did your show when I was in Vegas, and I did that poll to try to bait you into buying it.
Yeah, I think you succeeded because I bought it. It was 45% off.
Well, that's basically, you're making money at that point. It's an investment.
Right? Yeah, it'd be silly not to get this at that price. It's Iron Studios, man. They're expensive.
I forget that when I'm a guest on your show, I have to log out of my one StreamYard account and log in the other one so that I have the power of highlighting. Everyone wants to know if I'm getting Gutter Mutants Omnibus Volume 1. That's my, I guess, politically...
How did I lose control of this already? What Gutter Mutants? What the hell is that?
Apparently, people think it's politically incorrect. That what are
it is 100% politically incorrect.
The sewer scum mutant. Oh, Morlocks. Apparently, it's politically incorrect these days to call Morlocks Gutter Mutants. And I use the politically incorrect term for Morlocks.
Are they getting their own omnibus?
Oh, there's a Gutter Mutants omnibus coming out.
Okay, anybody, peace and love. I do not subsidize, standardize, underline, whatever he's saying, I'm not part of. Gutter Mutants sounds wrong. I don't know. I like some of the Morlocks.
I love a lot of the Morlocks. They're good people.
Isn't Silene one of the Morlocks?
You could give me $1,000 to name one Morlock, and
Well,
I don't think I could do it.
I'm working on it. Is Silene a Morlock, or is she a Brotherhood of Mutant Evil, or
Wait, you're talking about Celine, Jess?
yeah? Is she
She's formerly of the Hellfire
Hellfire Club? That's why I have her figure. Okay.
What? That's an insult to be a member of the Hellfire Gala and then be like, "Oh, I thought you were a Morlock." That seems like a burn, bro. I'd rather
You should
be
read Krakoan X-Men sometime, Jake. I know that you're busy with other
With
things, but
with your gutter mutants.
with the yeah. I'm not going to entertain myself insulting
It is
my
not
brother.
a hate-filled message. Don't they live in the gutter? Isn't that their whole thing?
Matt's
They're not,
right.
like, if they were, yeah, my problem is, why doesn't Professor X let them live in the mansion? Why does he make them stay in the gutter? That's the real problem.
We haven't had that status quo in like 5 years, Jake.
They don't live in the gutter anymore?
What
Once a
gutter
gutter
you-
mutant, always a gutter mutant. That's my philosophy.
Oh my gosh, this was a mistake. Okay, there, here.
Thank
This is
you.
my-
No more X.
Sorry, he has control of my channel somehow. It's Omnidog Kid Omnidog. What did I do to deserve that? Oh, Callisto. That's who I was thinking of.
Yep.
Thank you, Derek. I think I have an action figure of her and in a Wolverine 5-pack. I think it's Callisto.
I will say, though, that I did win my second game of real or fake X-Men. So I didn't fall for it. I didn't. They gave me 3 X-Men characters. It was, what was it? Gulch Harvey. What was his name?
You had Glob Herman. You
Glob
had
Herman,
Maggot, and then you had
Maggot and Surge Fold. Do you know who the real or fake X-Men is between Glob Herman, Maggot, and Surge Fold?
Well, I know Maggot's real.
Okay. And then who do you think's real? Glob Herman or Surge Fold?
Glob Herman. I'll say Surge Fold.
Is the real or the fake one?
I'll say I'm just guessing. I only know the Maggot. I'll say Surge Fold is a real real mutant.
Surge Fold is a Dom of X original. The real one is Glob Herman, created by Grant Morrison.
Well, damn, that blows. I should know that.
Does that mean I have more X-Men knowledge than
No,
Jess?
let's not get ahead of ourselves. You're the one trying to pine for gutter mutants as an NPC.
Right. Samantha, do you still thank you for saying that, but do you still feel this way after all the antics
she said that when you booted me. After you booted me is when she said that.
No, she did not. That was way earlier.
That was way earlier.
Already subscribed to Dom. Okay, so
I should subscribe.
Yeah, you should. Dom of X on YouTube. If you go underneath in my description, there's a hot link or a clickable link or a Glob Herman link or whatever they're called, where you can just click and go right to it and subscribe. We're trying to get him to 2,500, which he deserves. And here's one of the reasons why you deserve it, because I don't know if Paul McGrew is in the comments yet, because I told him he asked a question. He asked a question of me in the recorded one I did of this video with Webby. The X Factor Epic that comes out next month. Is that before the Peter David run?
Yes.
That's what I thought. And that's all I needed. Thank you. I just needed
clarification.
Confirmation.
Why didn't you feel like you could ask me that question? I'm just kidding.
I
can't
didn't
even
think you'd know the answer.
What is an X-Force different than an X-Men? What's the difference?
Wait, I thought I said X Factor.
Yeah, well, okay.
X-Force?
X Factor is
they're all different.
Are they different? What's the difference between an X-Force and an X Factor? Feels like a math equation.
Well, X Factor was originally first Louise Simonson bringing back the original 5 older back in the 80s, and it's evolved into multiple different organizations. The most famous X Factor is the Peter David 2000s Post House of M run, where it's X Factor investigations. They're trying to figure out, hey, here's a dead mutant. What's going on here? It's episodic. It's got soap opera. It's got multiple man drama. It's wild fun.
Really, really good.
Really good too.
It is really good. I read with Max and Freddie the first 2 volumes, I think back in February, over a weekend. They were so good.
I don't want a family tree of the characters. I want a family tree of the groups. So like this is like X-Men and this is how they're related to like X Factor or X Force or X Static because there's all many different. I have
Don't
read
forget New Mutants.
I've read a few issues of Uncanny X-Men 2 and a few issues of whatever the most recent one that everyone voted on was, Extinction or whatever. Was it? I don't know what it was. The one that just became an Omni, the newest one with the guy shirtless on the cover and he's looking all shredded. What's the one that was 2 deluxe editions and people voted to make it a real omnibus?
Attractions?
No, is it Extinction Agenda? Extinction Agenda. I've read a few issues of that and I didn't know any of the
you
characters.
can skip that. That's the 90s stuff I survived.
So there was a Surge, but his last name wasn't Fold.
Oh,
I combined Surge and Blindfold together to make New Mutant.
Blindfold sounds like my kind of X-Men.
Yeah.
Well,
along with Safe Space. New Mutants is a great book.
So they're like a younger generation, right? Because they're new.
And and Gen X, they're both young, led by Emma Frost. New Mutants isn't, but Gen X is.
Is there a Gen Z Mutants yet for me and Dom?
Not yet. That doesn't mean you can't create it.
The world's out there, real or fake X-Men.
So let's see. Derek's here. Welcome. Oh, and I think people that play my Marvel Rival hate Jeff the Shark. Is he too powerful?
Oh no, that's not true at all. Everybody I know loves that insane land shark. You know what? I remember on Sunday, a couple of my friends and I, we hung out, we ate at a pizza parlor, and they asked me, have you been playing Marvel Rivals? I'm telling them, yeah, I play every day, at least for like 30 minutes to an hour, trying to get like achievements or whatnot. And they asked me about Jeff the Land Shark, like what's going on there, like who is this brain? I've never heard of him, and I explained like, he was created by MODOK and all this, and he had his own Infinity comic, and they're like, oh, what? He's new? And then I told him after, Kelly Thompson is the most awesome writer in the world. You should check her stuff out, and that got him to read the It's Jeff's comics on Marvel Unlimited. So win-win for everyone.
Yay! See, now that's why you need to go to Dom of X on YouTube and subscribe, because of that kind of info. And it reminds me that when I go into, I don't know how you do this, but when I go into Discord, my Discord, it says Dom of X playing Marvel Rivals. How does it know?
You have to connect it to your Steam account, Epic Games account, or whatever platform that you play your game on. Even like PlayStation 5, you can connect your account to Discord. Once you go online, and if your account is online on Steam or Epic or whatever it might be, then it lets Discord know you're playing the game. This is how long you've been playing it. If you're playing with friends, it'll also tell you that, which I find cool. So you have to integrate that into your Discord account.
I think it's because what to remember is that Discord started as a gaming thing first before it became like a social space. But Seattle was the one. Yeah, Seattle was the one that said he wanted to see you smack me around instead of book club. So I guess he's missing football. He wants to see you tackle me emotionally.
Just that Batman looks great, buddy. Thank you, Matt. David, I'm happy to see you got your bat signal. Thank you. Hey, Lance, that Batman figure would be enough to get me back into figure collecting. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm not 100%. Well, I think I'm just going to leave him right there for right now. Technically, he could go up with the other Iron Studios, but those are all Emma, Scarlet Witch, and Magic, and I don't see Batman
cross streams.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Well, did you not even watch X-Men 97, Jake?
I watched the first. I watched the intro to see if it was the same intro as the old show, like the da na 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 na. But I never even watched my X-Men show was one called X-Men Generations, and all I remember was there was this cool guy who rode a skateboard and he could shoot spikes out of his body or something. I think his name was Spike or something.
Well, you're talking about Evolution?
Yeah, X-Men Evolution was my X-Men show growing up because I was too young for X-Men the animated series, and like I didn't have a way to. It wasn't as easy to watch as a kid without cable as like Batman the animated series was, or Superman or Spider-Man. So I never watched X-Men the animated series. I watched X-Men Evolutions, which was its own thing.
Well, I don't know any of that, and I loved X-Men 97. I loved it so much I bought the vinyl and I listened to the vinyl. It's like one of my pieces of vinyl of the year.
Oh, I'm still trying to bait you. I'm telling you, man, pre-order that the vinyl for that video game from the guy who did the soundtrack to It Follows. Hyper Light Drifter. That vinyl, the collector's vinyl is coming out this year. I'm telling you, you will adore that music.
That's why I have that open, that tab open.
Yeah,
Hyper Light Drifter. It was on YouTube.
Yeah, it's some of my favorite. It's up there with Stardew Valley as my two favorite video game soundtracks. So it's
Stardew Valley's great.
And I think I like Hyper Light Drifter more. So it's my all-time favorite video game soundtrack.
Jeff is back here. Good to see you. Wait, you're saying it's after Peter David? I don't think
so. There's two Peter David runs. I was referring to the second X Factor investigation one. I apologize.
It's before that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's before the brand new one, and after the single volume X Factor.
Right after the single Omnibus volume. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Paul, if you're here, that's what it was.
Did you guys see the trailer that dropped today for animated Disney stuff? They did the new Spider-Man prequel TV show that they're doing, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That trailer dropped today.
I miss Leonardo Romero on Birds of Prey, and I mean, I know that he has a TV show, but I really wish he was working on the comic versus the TV show.
Okay, yes, I like that music, but it's Hyper Light Drifter is 8-bit and emotional and everything that I love. It's the best soundtrack of any video game, and that's my fine. But Stardew Valley, I would see in concert. Like, those are the two best soundtracks, and Jess will back me up on Stardew Valley's soundtrack.
Yeah, I have that box set. I play it all the time. Oh yeah. Just don't forget to ask Dom about when does Black Widow become a symbiote? Do you know that, Dom?
Yeah, she had a Black Widow Venomous like miniseries that came out not too long ago. This year it was like a 4-issue miniseries where she starred in as Venom.
Okay, Black Widow Venomous.
And she also, I don't know if you have the trade paperbacks with Al Ewing's run yet, but Tarun Grombeck also has that going on when she takes over the co-writing part of that book. So
this is Venom by Al Ewing?
Yeah, Venom by Al Ewing, because we're waiting along now. So she gets the symbiote there too.
Okay, but I want to read Venomous then. Okay. I don't know why you're even in this comic book world, Warren. I'm starting to believe that you're not really real. How do you hate his second run? It's awesome. I don't know if you're really a collector, or maybe you're a contrarian. Anything we like, you hate.
It's like have you watched more of Creature Commandos yet?
Oh no, I need to. Yeah, I watched the first two.
It's like GI Robot, but programmed to only have the wrong opinion, right? That's
X-Force is the Black Ops team. The Uncanny X-Force, yeah. That was a great book. There were younger X characters in New X-Men and during Krakoa era. Yes. There is no hate allowed for Jeff the Shark. Well, that's correct.
Give me the X-Men character that's scared to make a phone call, and if he has an appointment at 2 p.m., he doesn't do anything for his entire day. That's a Gen Z X-Men right there.
Oh yeah, I've seen people I feel like maybe Halo Tangle I've seen on my Discord either connect Spotify or games or both. No, I haven't. It hasn't been sent to me yet. Fifth of Jack keeps promising to send it to me. Oh, thank you. Got this at Disney World back in 2015.
See, I don't see you. If I were to compare you to a Winnie the Pooh character, you seem more Eeyore-esque or Owl to me. Like I wouldn't say Tigger is the character you remind me of. I would go Eeyore or Owl.
I don't know that I liken myself to him as much as I enjoy him.
I feel like Eeyore is closer to my personality.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like Eeyore is the ADHD.
Eeyore's the Eeyore. Just my bud's got me a Dazzler statue for Christmas. I want to see that. Rogue sounding like Bobby Hill totally took me out of X-Men 97. I'm kind of sorry I read that because now it's going to stick in my head. Mrs. Sato loves your Tigger mug. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. This totally makes sense. Didn't like the animation of the characters. Rogue's butt wasn't right for you. Is that what it was? Rogue definitely sounded like a grandma. Oh, what is how'd this happen here? X-Men Evolution better than X-Men TAS, but X-Men 97 is 90 outstanding, especially from episode 5 on.
Yeah, Lance is right.
Yeah, that's the episode that grabbed me and didn't let go.
Is it bad? I'd rather just watch a TV show that was just Gambit cooking in the kitchen and like talking to me in his Cajun accent and like, we gonna make a stew, baby.
Only if you get the crop top.
Well, have either of you seen Arcane?
No, but I want to because once I found out how much money they spent on that show, it was like 300 million or something.
It's funny you mentioned that, Jess, because the same friends group that asked me if I played Marvel Rivals have also asked, "Have you watched Arcane?" Every single like 20 minutes, like during the dinner convo, Arcane was always brought up, and like whatever conversation that was happening, I was just like, "All right, I'll freaking watch it sometime before the new year starts. I'll start it then."
For me, it was JP. JP was selling that show hard to me, but I showed my wife the trailer, and she goes, I can't tell what that's about. Not interested. And I'm like, dang it. It's harder when you're in like a partnership and like you have to try to sell the show to your partner. You know what I mean?
I got this for Christmas and I bought this, gave it to my wife, and I said, give this to me for Christmas, please. And then I promptly forgot about it, which is how I get all my Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And when I opened it, both upper and junior management said, who is that? And I lost them after 10 seconds of trying to describe her. And then I just said, she turns into this. And they were like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I don't even.
It is cool.
I would never try and get Patty to watch Arcane with me. There's just no way. It's so good, though. It is really, really, really good. The first 3 episodes are great and I love them, but it's like episode 4 that really grabs you and you start to care about characters, and there are consequences, like super real consequences in this thing. So it's really done well.
Is this a real episode of a title? Have yourself a Morlock Little Xmas? Because that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a heartwarming episode. It's also the episode you know the meme where Wolverine is like staring at the television while James.
Is that the one he's staring at the picture?
That's where that screen cap's from.
I thought he was staring at a picture frame, longingly in his bed.
No. There's another one.
Okay.
Different meme.
There's a heartwarming Justice League animated series Christmas episode where Clark takes Martian Manhunter home for Christmas, and then Green Lantern and Hawk Girl go off planet, and then the Flash tries to find a toy for a sick kid. It's one of the best episodes ever. I love it. You find out that Superman's parents, Pa Kent goes, we used to wrap his presents in lead so he couldn't see what they were. And he goes, you mean Santa wrapped my presents in lead? Fantastic.
You figured out a way to get Dom of X yet another subscriber. Nice. Johnny from Finland coming through. Way to go,
Johnny.
dude.
Appreciate you.
Nice. I linked Discord to my smart fridge.
I linked Discord to my car earlier this year.
I don't want that because I don't want Discord because you know it says what you're doing. Like sometimes I listen to a shameful song or like an embarrassing song and it blasts me. I don't want my smart fridge to go, Jake is shame snacking again. You know what I mean? Like
creepy.
Oh, Lance, you worked at Disney World? What did you do? That's interesting.
That's cool.
I'm gonna say, as someone married to someone who worked at Disneyland for 5 years, I am sorry, and I hope you're doing like better because Disney is a bad company to work for. They're not very nice to their employees.
Good
so
heavens,
you're doing good.
Jess, my wife saw your mug and loves it. I wish she looked at me like she did that cup. Here you go, Mrs. Matt. Fall in love all over again with my Tigger cup. I'm out of coffee too.
I wish we had a rule where every time Warren said he didn't or they didn't like something, they had to say something that they did like instead. Because I'm more interested in what they do like than what they don't like, you know?
It's a pretty small window. It's like Dazzler and something else obscure. It did. I thought it did have
being sarcastic. It's like a joke, like, oh, I watch it for the plot, but you watch it because there's cute babes or cute characters.
Oh, she's kidding. Is that what those eyes mean?
Yeah, the eyes are like, no, I'm serious. I'm watching it for the plot, but really you're watching it for the babes or the dudes.
Oh, well, it's all cartoon stuff. I mean, it's anime, so
hey, don't shame.
I'm not. Who am I shaming? She's shaming me. She's the one that gave me the eyes. I loved it because it had consequences and characters you care about. So, I mean, that's what always grabs me about any kind of media. I wasn't happy with some of the consequences, but oh yeah, this is totally true. Peter doesn't just hate World's Finest. He hates Mark Waid.
But he always like explains why he hates something in a really sassy way, and it sells me. You know, it's like I disagree, but I love how he defends his arguments. You know, like he's got notes and receipts and quotes,
and he doesn't care what anybody else thinks because they're his opinions, and that's his world. And I actually don't blame him. I love that Christmas JLU episode too, Jake.
There's a great moment where they give Martian Manhunter a Christmas sweater, and it's too big, and he goes, I'll grow into it, and he uses his transformation powers to make the sweater fit. It's just full of heartwarming moments like that.
Okay, you stand Vi, Samantha. Did I say that right? You stand Vi. Vi's great. But yeah, Vi is ultimate great. I showed up here for in time for the Morlock love. Heroic hideaway.
Can I know your favorite Morlock character? I don't know the name of a single Morlock. I could assume what their names are, but I don't know. Who's your favorite Morlock?
Me? Callisto. Both I really don't know that many Morlocks either. Callisto is really about it because she's the leader. I think wasn't Storm leader
of the Morlocks? The Morlocks once.
What's that?
Storm led the Morlocks once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so do you have a favorite Morlock, Dom?
Probably Leech.
Leech? That sounds like a Morlock. Like if you said which team is Leech on, I would guess the Morlocks.
I know you would. That's why I didn't put him in yesterday.
Where was this?
This was during Jake's buyer's guide thingamabob that he invited me to because Jordan was out.
Jordan bought a bunch of IKEA calyxes and said, I'm not doing any of my obligations. I'm just building bookshelves and rearranging my books all day. So Dom subbed in, and then we had Omnibo join for his key appearance.
Nice.
And he was deliriously tired. So every time he laughed, he would like cry because I think he had stayed up the entire night.
Oh, yeah, he did stay up the entire night.
Yeah, but so I had fun. He learned how unhinged I get on my shows. So good times.
Dom, saw your interview with was it Rom V?
Yeah, I interviewed Rom V yesterday.
Earlier
when the interview came out today.
Oh, cool. He's a very cool guy. When he mentions putting the books on top of each other, how would that work? If you put them each other, you wouldn't see the rest.
So what he's talking about is, if the glare works with me, I did pick up the acetate variant for New Gods #1, which came out last week.
Let me highlight you so we can see that. Okay.
And if the glare will, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So there is a message hidden in the background of this. You actually remove it of the sort, you get to see the glyphs here on the left with the art by Cagle on the right. If you add in the ones from issues 2 and 3 to this part, which is the back flap of the acetate, the message or the prophecy will be completely transcribed and fulfilled there. I have no idea if that works, but
so it would be the 3 transparent backs put together.
Yes, and you've put them all in one, and it makes a full image out of it.
That sounds cool. What book is this again?
New Gods, which came out last week.
Oh, New Gods. Okay. Really cool.
It is cool. I want, like, I love gimmick covers, but the best way I think to do them is if there's like some sort of artistic ability or hidden message behind him, instead of just doing the gimmick just for the gimmick. And yeah, it's one of the smartest acetate gimmicks that they've done in the last 5 years at DC.
I think that's amazing. I want to get them now.
They're really cool.
Not to dox myself. Oh, Lance, we ran into each other because we were there for a week and we stayed at Port Orleans. What did you do at Port Orleans? That's where we stayed. We were in each other's orbit.
We stayed at the one next to Port Orleans, I think. I think it was like French Riviera or something like that.
Yeah, there's 2.
Like there's the bigger one and the smaller one. We were at the smaller one.
Yeah, there's Port Orleans, and then there's another
French
one.
Riviera, I think.
Something, yeah, there's similarly themed.
It's not the same when your wife doesn't work there and you get half off everything. Though I feel like I got robbed because I never got to work there when we were married. And if you're married, I get a special spouse card that gives me all the discounts for myself at Disney. So like I could just go to Disney myself and get 50% off everything. So I keep telling her, I'm like, over the summer, get a side job there. And like, but no, it's not a great company.
Brown Mist, are we really talking about Warren Weaver? I think he said he was keen for the Red Lanterns Omni when you guys announced it. Okay, well, I accept that. Here's Matthew, who has his new comic out. That's pretty darn cool.
Can I highlight Matt's comment right here? That's a question for me.
Go right
this
ahead.
Is a shirt that I made myself. It is the art from the Batman Year One Artist Edition. So it's just the outline of Batman.
Very cool.
Little self-serving right there, you know.
Here it is. Dom of X Rom V interview. So if you go and you sub to Dom of X, you'll get cool things like this interview talking DC all in New Gods culture, mythology, and the falsehood of linearity. What, Dom, where'd you go? I have questions.
I'm trying to find my bag and board that I had New Gods in, but it's okay. That we can find it later.
What?
Yes, what's up?
I'm already behind the 8 ball here with the falsehood of linearity. Where are we going with that?
So it's funny because that was one of the central themes of the entire interview. I asked them a lot of questions about obviously what inspired you to write New Gods. Why'd you want to write it? Why take on this cosmic entity instead of something else at DC? Was this something that you've been wanting to do for a long time? And one of the central themes that kept popping up was him talking about how life is a lot more often complex than we often think it is. And also, too, in that we're so strictly held to the boundaries of when we think of power scales, when we think of like how strong our superheroes are, or when we think, oh, this started here and we have like this straight line that leads us to here. He says, life isn't necessarily like that. And he brought up a couple of stories from Hinduism and also some old folklore when he explained this is why Metron is the way he is right now. This is why this new god is the way that they are right now. This is why Bard is doing this. And if you think of life, or if you think of continuity as set points, not on a scale, but instead everything compounding on top of each other, it makes more sense in that way, instead of just thinking that this happened at a certain time, therefore this only has to be true then, when two different things happening at different times can both be true at the same time.
So could you give me an example in real life of that last thing that you said happening?
Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can figure out what.
I understand how it can be in comic books, but I'm just wondering how it could be, like how I could apply that to my own life.
Yeah, sure. He talked about the Big Bang being like the one example where we
I am not that old, but I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one concept that he brought up, where he said, 13.7 billion years ago, universe gets sprung up by this large explosion. But the thing is, I'm trying to figure out the way he worded it. You can have multiple different instances of Big Bangs happening all at once, like all against each other, and it still makes sense in, I guess, the uniformity of the rest of the universe.
Okay.
The easier example for me to bring up would be like Arthur's legends. There's one Arthur legend where, right, like he doesn't get the sword. He never gets the sword out of the rock. And then there are other legends that say he got the sword out. Well, which one is true? He explained both of them can be true at the same time. You shouldn't have to constrain yourself to thinking that there's only one Arthurian legend, when in fact both of them can be true.
Got it. Okay, now that's an example I could follow. Big Bang, King Arthur. Now that I can follow. That's sort of what Once and Future does. It deals with multiple King Arthurian legends, and I need to make sure I put Once and Future Volume 2 as one of my books of the year, because I love that book.
That was great.
I thought it ended everything really perfectly.
Is it the end of the series? I haven't read the second volume yet.
Yeah, it's the end.
Yeah,
I like that when things have a set ending,
and when it's a good ending too.
Yeah,
because sometimes it can be hard to get that ending right, especially when you've got a lot of things, a lot of moving parts in that book, Once and Future, that was a nice feat that he pulled off and then Dan Mora's art is incredible.
Oh yeah. I'm excited. I think after this, I'm going to read the next Justice League episode, Justice League comic that he's doing with Mark Waid.
Issue 2 was good. Issue 2 also happens to coincide with some events that happened in New Gods 1. So if you like the interconnected universe bits, it's really cool that they're doing that at DC.
We will get to the topic. We haven't even talked about my salted caramel frosty that I had last week. But Webhead's not here. He's usually my junk food guy. You've never even sorry, but you're not
et tu, Brute.
Just wait a sec. You're not usually on this show. You're
okay. Well, I was a jealous lover for a second. Is that what being scorned feels like?
No, you are my go-to when it comes to dessert. No,
I almost bought
you.
I almost bought a pie because we went to breakfast at Polly's Pie today, and I go, should I get a pie to eat a pie later on Jess's stream? And then I go, oh no, it's his collected edition stream. It's probably more serious. There's probably more rules. I didn't realize this was. And then Jess said, well, I can make you a milkshake if you want. So.
No, this is just a regular Jess stream. We just happen to show collected editions. There's no rules. You can eat a pie if you want.
Where you guys have like a PowerPoint and go through all the releases for the month. Is that this one?
PowerPoint? No, I have thumbnails. That's it. This is
nice.
The limit of my technological expertise. Like I can't even create. I think I could create a Word document, but it'd be like a letter to the editor or something. I couldn't. No way could I do PowerPoint. Wait, what? Is PowerPoint the spreadsheet thing?
I thought Dom was a
Excel's a spreadsheet
PowerPoint
thing.
whiz. I thought I watched this show before, and Dom's made a PowerPoint for it. Is that a different show? Is this not the one where you guys go through the month's collected editions?
What says Webhead gives Jess the images
Got
in order
it. Got it. Okay.
of
Okay.
the
Cool,
weeks,
cool.
and then we
Yeah.
go over them and talk.
It's like this. And this is this week. So we already know there's Rom V. Speaking of Rom V, we already know it.
Show me the Savage Sword 3 cover that I love.
No,
You guys
I
have that
swear to
one?
God, Jake.
I love.
We'll get it there on when we
I'm
get
gonna
on the
start
week,
buying-
bro.
I'm jumping into Savage Sword at volume 3 because of the standard cover.
I don't think he sent me the standard cover.
Oh, you gotta pull it up. I have it on a PowerPoint. I can show you.
Wait, let me
Savage
see.
Sword-
I think Savage Sword 3. Oh, wait. Savage Sword 3.
It's next week, so it should be in this list.
Oh, it's next week. Okay. Is it
no, it's
this
this
one?
week.
That one?
No, oh, that looks like Zach Efron after the plastic surgery. Let me show Jess. Let me
But it's
show
got
you this.
Nefertiti as a skeleton. That's really cool.
I'm gonna show you the standard cover right now, man. It
All
is
right.
awesome. Here we go. Look at the standard cover.
Whoa, that's savage.
That's not your child's Conan. That's an adult Conan right there. Look at that.
Slave of the Amazon Queen. Yeah, that actually is better than the skeleton queen.
Look at that.
Wow.
Who wants that cover, bro? He looks rough. But
I was looking mostly at the skeletons with the swords, but my eyes are open now. Yeah. Wow.
also, there's a big theme. If you look at this cover and then you look at the Rom v Batman cover, there's a big theme of tied up male heroes this week.
I can't
don't know what
really
that's-
see what
See,
is he
Batman has
tied
his
up there?
hands tied up.
Oh.
Yeah,
couldn't see
they
what
might
was-
need that X-Men safe word again. And
We
then,
just
yeah,
need a
so-
Wonder Woman golden age now.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, if you're I'm jumping into Savage Sword at volume 3 this week.
I was one of the bell service people helping with luggage and whatnot. I'm assuming you weren't an angry customer. No, first of all, I was at Disney World, so how could I be angry? He yelled at me. Why would they yell at you, Lance? Because I would have remembered. Yeah, no way. Bell service people at Disney World. 1, I'm at Disney World. 2, they're helping with my luggage. 3, they were all happy, even if you guys didn't like your jobs. I didn't run into. I've been to Disney World a number of times. And everybody's always happy. The food's great. Disney World's Disney World. So why would I yell at somebody actually bringing my bags in for me at Disney World? No, Lance, I would have flipped you like 40 or 50 bucks and said, thank you, young man. Did somebody flip you like all that dosh? Because if so, that was me. I didn't have the goatee at the time, I don't think.
My wife likes to say the reason that people are so mean to workers at Disney World and Disneyland and stuff is because you're ruining their vacation. Like anytime they're told no, or anytime they're like, your child's too short to ride the ride, like she's clearly on her tippy toes. They're like, you're ruining our vacation. And it's like, yeah, there. A lot of customers can be mean, or guests can be mean.
Not me. I'm just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. Red Lantern Omni pre-ordered. Okay.
That's the one I talked you into pre-ordering, right?
Yeah.
You were like, oh, I'm going to get a trade paperback for my Christmas gift. And I was like, get Omnis.
Yeah. Besides Domavex YouTube, which you all need to go subscribe to, let me give out my code.
Oh, I thought that was the segue into subscribing to my YouTube channel.
No, Jay, God, you are really annoying sometimes. Organic Prize Books, code Omnidog. Thank you.
There's
5% off shipping, 4 more books together. Omnidog sit.
The big news for OPB right now is they just started a brand new Invincible sale. So almost every single Invincible title is 50% off right now. Weirdly enough, the only one that's not is hardcover Compendium 3. But other than that, every single Invincible title is 50% off in celebration of season 3 dropping soon. So
I wonder what
sale.
I have a bunch of banners and I've never thrown them away. I wonder what this one was. Books for people we hate. I don't remember that episode. I wonder, James, do you remember? Was this something I did with Kristen or something I did with a minister? because here's a bunch of other like normal ones. I have Christmas Money Now on Comics for New Year's for people we hate. That is just odd. Wow. Oh, here's Harvey. Wait, is Harvey making an earlier appearance? No. Okay. There we go. Paul, did you hear what Dom had to say and Derek Tyler in the chat about X Factor that you asked about today? It's in the middle. It's in the middle between the very first earlier X Factor and then the longer multiple man run. That X Factor goes in between, correct, Dom?
Correct.
Okay. And he wants to know, what is your review of the New Gods issue?
It was absolutely spectacular. Lots of fantastic setup, but also great tension between characters that we now have established. If you want really good family drama, if you love Dune, and if you love mythology, I would say you should try out issue 1 and see where you can go from there.
Nice. This was also August. We were there at the very end of November because we got Christmas Disney World. So I definitely met you and you definitely helped me. This is correct. Domovex, the Young Prodigy. And that's why you should go subscribe to his YouTube channel. And now here's Matthew Mongi's comic. Excellent artist, excellent writer. Everybody should go check it out. So I'm sometimes the proofreader, but I think I've only caught one mistake. But his stuff is really, really good. Chris Brogan. See, everybody should check out Matthew's comic. It is really fun. And Chris, haven't you read like almost 1,000 books this year? You're like at 900 or something insane. That's amazing. There are several Legends of Zelda, but is there a definitive version of the story? I knew it. Yesterday was all fake. You can't get internet in Florida. No, he was there. Although I remember the joke. Oh, here's Kane. Hi, how's it going? Good to see you as usual, Kane. Jake got offended a moment there. Oh yeah, when I said there was another person in my life that liked fast food and it's just dessert. I'm not necessarily interested in what Jake gets for dinner. I insist on pictures of what he gets for dessert because he's young and he goes for it. I can't do that anymore. I live vicariously through Jake. Yeah.
The pie I was gonna get today was a gingerbread pie. I've never had that before, and that's what I regret not buying.
Gingerbread pie. Great pies, great breakfast. Johnny's been there. Cannot wait to eat there again. Johnny's in Finland and he has good memories of it.
We like it because it's a 2-minute drive, like a 60-second drive. There's a breakfast place my wife likes, but it's 15 minutes away, and that's too far for me to drive now.
How far?
It's like 15 minutes away. I don't want to drive there. Like driving there is not bad, but driving back when you're stuffed from breakfast food, I hate it.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Is that guy at 900 books for the year or 900 issues for the year? Because I feel like that's wildly different. Oh my God.
He comes back in Discord almost every other day with library hauls. He has the most awesome library. This is Chris Brogan I'm talking about. I don't even recognize any of the titles. And I'm not saying they're obscure. I'm saying that's how complete his library is. And he'll post like 10 books every other day, and he just must blast through them.
Oh, now Warren says they hate pie. That's
Nobody hates pie. That's crazy.
Look at that. There's too many types of pie. There's savory meat pies. There's okay. Well, I'm just saying there's a pie for everybody.
Cream pie, berry pie,
cream pie, berry pie, gingerbread pie. But you can't hate. every
Oh,
pie.
Go to
Why would you-
Jollibee and have an ube pie, Warren, and you will
that's
be
exactly
enlightened.
right.
right?
What happens if they type in /Jollibee in that? Does it take you somewhere on comic releases?
Oh no. I wish it did. I wish it did.
Yeah. I think William Lee, are you in the chat? I still have to go to Jollibee. He sent me my gift certificate for the Superman bet, and I need to go there to get that spicy chicken sandwich that I like so much that Harvey sent me. Harvey sends me is a very generous guy.
Despite the misgivings of college football night on Sundays or Saturdays.
Oh, you mean with all his gambling?
Yeah.
Spooey, I don't hate you. I love you. What? I think you did the hate with Kristen. That sounds right. It has to be a joke because I don't. I haven't. I don't know books for people we hate. I was just reading about Matt's mom. Just a sec. Okay, good, Matt. I hope she gets back to normal, or at least gets somewhere that you're happy about it. Okay, I think Kristen. I remember the books from it was a show. People we hate. We didn't do a whole show on books for people we hate, did we? Here's Domobek's YouTube. That's right. Please go subscribe. We're trying to get him to 2,500. Yeah, I finished the book today. I'm at 897. He's trying to get to 900 before the end of the year. Maybe he'd be interested in some of these books.
What a segue.
Thank you. Okay, obviously not that cover. Different cover. Oh, whoops. Let me get rid of the thumbnail. One thing that this is Pulp Hope. This is for people who like Paul Pope's books. I wasn't aware of this, so this is a pretty good thing to know for this coming week.
Wait, just can we start at the top? If
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah. Do you want?
So
go ahead.
My wife said she'd make me a milkshake while I was on this stream if I didn't buy pie. And her excuse, she just texted me a picture of the cat sleeping on her lap as why I'm not getting a milkshake this stream. But I feel like that's a good excuse, right? Cat sleeping on her lap.
Yeah. Cats are cool. I'm a cat
We
lover.
call that cat paralysis when you can't move because the cat is sleeping on you.
Did you have something you wanted to say, Dom, or you just wanted to make sure I went in order?
Oh, well, part of that, but also 2 for 52. I really wish that these had the backups for the 52 issues, not just like the main frontline story by Morrison, Rucka, Wade, and Johns, but also the History of the DC Universe by Dan Jurgens and some of the other character bios. They're not in the bigger trade paperbacks like this one or in the Omnibus for whatever reason, but they are in the tiny, thin trade paperbacks that originally came out when they reprinted the weekly from 2007.
And there's also, what's it like, the World War III thing or the Black Adam storyline that everyone wishes was collected in one of these oversized things?
I think people wanted deluxe of because that was Peter J. Tomasi's second thing that he had written at DC with Doug Mankey that is the aftermath of 52 or the Jeff Johns storyline of Black Adam's back in Kahndaq. So
this was one of the very first DC stories I ever read, and I was super young. And I remember that Black Adam storyline, the twist just shook me and blew my world up. I was so shocked at like what happens in that storyline. So I 52 has a fond place in my heart. And when the Omnibus was out of print, these 2 fat trades were how I collected it. So definitely something that I enjoy.
Okay, let me answer Kane. I have been to Longwood Gardens, Kane. I was just there, I think in June or July. We went to visit our friends there. They are gorgeous, and it must be especially gorgeous now at Christmas time. I know they do something amazing there. That is a really cool place. Samantha Jane is having a protein shake right now, thinking it's gingerbread pie. I had a protein shake for lunch. But I didn't think it was anything. I didn't even know gingerbread pie existed back then.
I should leave and drive the 2 minutes to go pick up the gingerbread pie, right?
Yeah, Kane is saying pie is delicious. I kind of agree with this. You live stream it. Just I sent you the link. Get it on your phone, and we'll follow you as you go to get gingerbread pie, which I've never heard of.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna Google a picture of it and see if it's calling my name. I still walk with a limp right now. I'm still recovering, but let me see if
Oh,
it's worth
okay.
it.
Yeah, no rhubarb pie. Oh yeah, there's a whole day dedicated to pie in March. That's right. 3/14. Tom, sorry I only cut the end of the stream with you and Curtis. It was a little crazy for Friday. Have your stream saved to watch later tonight.
No, I hope your everything over there is going out well, Matt. I really appreciate it. Just to even have the thought of you checking out the stream is awesome. So appreciate it, man.
Do you
Sounds
guys want
like-
to see a picture of the pie?
Yes. What is gingerbread pie?
So it looks like this. It's called gingerbread dream pie. And
Is
the
that like a
description-
custard filling or something?
it's cream cheese, I think. It says, dive into the dreamy dessert experience with our gingerbread dream pie. This exquisite creation starts with a luscious cream cheese base, providing a velvety canvas for the rich and spicy gingerbread filling, topped with our house-made cinnamon whipped cream, adding a tantalizing swirl of sweet elegance. It's the perfect blend of holiday nostalgia and sweet luxury in every bite.
Dude, $20? What are you going to do with $20?
No,
You
it's
get
$5.99 for a I don't know if I need the whole pie. Do I need the
Oh.
whole pie? It's $5.99 for a slice, or it's. I mean, at that point, I might as well just get the whole pie, right?
Well, yeah, if it's $6 a slice, you get 8 slices. That's like $78,000. You might as well just get a pie for $20. Yeah, and live stream it. Good.
Okay.
We've settled it. Be gone,
See
you.
See you guys soon.
Okay, good. Live stream it. Whoops, you have to take the. Okay, wait. There we go. Oh, wow. What it takes to get him off. I have no idea why I invited him. My favorite pie is a pizza pie. That's legit. Well, he'll have to answer that when we see him again.
R.I.P. Jake.
In 2 months, we'll see him again. I'm here. Please use the gift card. I know. I really got to do it. 314, right? Well, thank you, Spooey. Of course, I don't hate you. Actually, strawberry and rhubarb pie is good. I do not just plain rhubarb, but put the strawberry in there, and yeah. There are comic issues included, but the average length of the books I've read is 208 pages. Wow. That's still a wow. Perry the platypus buried there. I think
Harry. I had to. I'm sorry.
who is he? Who does he think he's looking at back there? That's like a platypus. I think. Yeah, over your right shoulder.
Oh, this way. Him?
Your right shoulder. Yeah, over there. I think.
Oh,
Unless you're, I don't know who. Jens, who do you
This guy
think?
in the back? Or the? Oh, like the one with the bulb?
Oh, isn't that Bulbasaur?
Yeah, it's Bulbasaur. He's just sleeping.
Ah, okay. Pi Day is actually my birthday. Okay, I need to stop doxing myself on this stream. You doxed yourself from like 10 years ago, though, at Disney World. That's not a big deal. Oh, yeah, those old school McDonald's fried apple pies.
I ate those all the time when I was a kid. Every single time we'd go on vacation, we'd stop at a McDonald's for breakfast. And first thing I always ask mom or dad, can I please get pie along with my pancakes?
Yeah, those were great.
I miss
Both-
those.
Both the reasons why I haven't bought the 52 Omni, and I love that series. Read it every week when it came out. I don't think I've even experienced. Whoops! Did I? Oh, I just lost it. Just a sec. I don't think I've read the stuff you're talking about because I Well, I did collect. I read it in singles, but I don't remember.
Yeah, they weren't put in the bigger books for whatever reason. I remember checking these out of the library like 5 years ago, and then somebody online on Reddit, I guess, told me, "Hey Dom, there's more where this came from in the backups. If you go on DC, it was then called just DC Universe." And yeah, I realized, wait, there are all these cool backups in these books, and no one told me. Maybe in the future, what DC will probably do. Not Jake driving.
I muted him,
Is
so don't talk to us, Jake. Drive, concentrate on driving.
What I wish that they do, or probably what DC will do, is that they'll make a deluxe hardcover of like a 52 companion or something and throw all the backups and extra material in there. It's probably what they'll do. If I had to, I would buy it. Not exactly the most expedient way to use money, but I mean, I want the whole thing. So
yeah. So after 52 is Detective Comics Volume 4, standard hardcover. This is this coming week. The Amalgam Age Omnibus that lots of people are excited about, and it's been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, but I think it's this week. Daredevil. Oh, I'm getting this because I sent the books to you, right?
you did.
That's right.
And yeah, I was also going to say that one of the friends from that friends group I was talking about earlier, he was the recipient of your gift. Yeah, I saw him again today, and he said thank you. So
good. Did you notice anything about your box?
I did. I saw the Omnidog. I was gonna say, like, you got the Omnidog tags on. I was like, did you stamp those yourself? Like, how did that all work out?
I bought somebody when my channel was new said, you see the logo up in the upper right.
Mm-hmm.
I had that made into a stamp, and that's what I stamp all my packages of books to friends with, is that Omnidog stamp.
That is so cool. I wish I had something cool like that.
You will. 2,500 subs. That's what we need first. Elric the Necromancer. This is still this week. Micronauts Volume 3. I don't know any of those characters, but I'm happy for those of you that are excited for it. It looks like a lot of good creators went into this. The original Marvel years. Oh, Jake's in the store. Okay. Spider-Man, Black Widow, Marvel Masterworks Volume 8. I don't know that Webhead was for sure that this was actually coming out. Nemesis the Warlock, does it keep moving like week to week on you guys?
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones where it's like it might be the week of, might be like the week after because of like different distribution dates. But I think it's that week, yeah.
Jessa visited the new greenhouse there. Oh, yeah. With a few new water fountains and flowers. I hope to go down there again in April, May for the spring flowers and exhibits. Yeah, that's really cool, Kane. Key lime pie is so good. You are correct. R.I.P. Jake. Hashtag free Jake. Oh, 314 is also Very Fine Conditions' birthday. I'm going to get to your comment in just a sec, next Imaginaut. Nightwing already came out. Wait, what? Have you ordered yet, Jake?
Yeah, I'm driving back home.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we talked about Paul Pope. We talked about the better cover for this. And Thor Epic, The Siege of Asgard. This ends the week of this week. Then we start January 7th, DC Comics Style Guide.
My
That's
friend
been
got
the
his
bane
in
of my
today.
existence because it keeps getting pushed back. So the amount of emails I get of people being like, "When is OPP going to deliver my style guide?" And it's like, we haven't even received them yet, guys. So I'm hoping this date sticks.
Okay, what did you have? What did you say? I'm sorry, Dom.
Oh no, it's okay. My friend got this in the mail today, and it looks really good.
So what is this specifically?
It's a reprint of the 1982 reference binder that was done by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez with
Oh,
all of the different hex codes, different color styles and key styles on how to draw certain characters. This is
Ooh.
Superman's cape, or this is Wonder Woman's tiara, and also sketches and everything else in between for new artists who are trying to get into DC.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Aquaman, I might have to give this. I know Geo probably wants it. DC Finest.
This is a completely different Aquaman. It's not Arthur Curry or Orin. It's a completely different character.
This is like early Silver Age.
Yeah, early
Aquaman?
Silver Age Aquaman. Yeah.
Death Vigil. I think this is a reprint. This is for the week of January 7th. Deep State. Do you know anything about this? This looks, I like Justin Jordan's writing. This looks really boss.
That's a cool cover. I love that cover. I love the blotted out text and the way that it mixes in with the mystery of these agents. I want this for whatever reason. I know that
Same.
Yeah. It's intriguing.
Pi Day is 3 days after my birthday. Well, I think Jen's BV9 was talking about the cover of 52 Volume 2 with the fedora on the tombstone in wait. Perry from Phineas and Ferb. Okay, you guys, I'm out of it. I Jen's BV9, I'm sorry. I totally botched whatever. Oh, the cover of the hat on the gravestone. Okay, that was 52. I'm sorry. I thought when I saw Platypus, I thought that
Oh, I see.
it's a kid's show on Disney. My kids used to watch it. Okay.
I watched it when I was a kid. That's a
Got it.
childhood show of Dom's growing up.
Nice. They needed to add the 52 extras in World War III. It sounds like that would be a good companion. I would get it. Abnett and Lanning, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a classic cover. War of Kings. I don't know anything about this. This has Taylor Talks Comics written all over it. Jimmy, the comic art of James Swinnerton.
Why do I feel like you had that hat as a kid? Do you have that Jimmy hat?
The Gilligan hat?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I did. That does look like my era, though. New Avengers reprint. Where's volume 2? This is volume 1. Paul Smith's Uncanny X-Men Artist Edition. Are we sure? Is that Rogue back there? Because
that's Rogue.
It looks like a housewife from the 40s.
But that is also how Paul Smith drew her in the mid 1800s.
Stormwatch and Jake, what do we know about this book, Stormwatch? What is it missing?
The Aliens crossover issues. That was Jess's favorite comic book crossover.
That's actually true.
Why does that look like Grant Morrison in the background?
It sort of does.
That's totally, I'm not kidding. That's totally Grant Morrison, bro.
Does sort of look like him. I think that's Henry Bendix, but it does.
That is Bendix.
Okay. You guys want to see what it looks like?
Okay, yeah. Just a sec. Let me highlight you. Whoa.
The judgment I got when my wife came and she goes, a whole pie? And I was like, no, you don't understand the price per. I got her a slice of pie that she wanted, but I had to be like, it was so cost effective,
It was. What pie did she want?
She likes chocolate silk.
Ooh, I can see why. Yeah.
She gets stressed because I say, do you want chocolate or chocolate silk? But we found out she likes the chocolate silk better. We did a comparison one time.
Good for you guys. You crazy newlyweds.
It's
funny. I ended my day with watching Dom's top 10 collected editions to today, starting my day with Omnidog's Essential Collections Edition video.
Thank you,
Yay.
Javi.
Thank you, Javier. We need people to sub to Dom's channel. Has anybody subbed recently, Dom?
Let me look at the count now. We are at, if YouTube Studio will load, we are at 25 away.
Oh, that's hardly anything. I feel like my viewers are probably already subscribed to you.
I think that's the case. A lot of cross pollination. Yeah, I don't mind it all.
One thing I say is like sometimes people go, "Oh, I have a YouTube. I'll make a new YouTube account to subscribe." That actually can hurt YouTube channels. So only subscribe if you watch. That's my little YouTube fact.
Oh, here's Bunk. Trying to film, and there's so much crap down in my filming space. Who the heck put all these Power Ranger figures all throughout my desk? I think you know who that was. That was you, Bunk. You're the big Power Ranger fan, right?
You want to turn some cards sideways, Bunk?
It's Arthur Curry, just the Silver Age version of the character. Okay. Thank you for the New Gods review, Dom. I love family drama in comics.
I do too. And there's a lot of it on New Genesis, so strap in for the ride.
Hey, Jess, I finally picked up the oversized magazine edition of Neil Adams' Batman. Oh, yeah. The, where is that? Isn't that over here somewhere? The Ra's al Ghul thing? What? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, you guys. It's your channel. Talk about whatever you want.
Is that the out of print one? I've wanted that for a while. It has like the three Batman stories that are really good.
I think those are out of print.
It's magazine size.
I don't think it's out of print because Hondo says the store he goes to has like 20 of them. So.
Oh, it's those ones. It's the single. I see. Yeah, no,
I was thinking of the demon. What's the demon one I was thinking of? That's magazine size with like the Ra's al Ghul stories.
This is it. This is the beginning of the Ra's al Ghul, and it's no garish colors and no horrible re-inking. This is the original stuff, oversized and in beautiful condition. Like he didn't touch it. He may have touched this front cover because that looks like a pretty recent signature of his. Rest his soul, but he didn't monkey around with the background, which is really cool. Hondo, were there a lot of these in your comic book store?
This is what I was thinking of. Oh, sorry, this one.
Oh, go ahead.
The Demon Trilogy book. It's magazine size. It's like an oversized magazine size deluxe edition that has 3 Ra's al Ghul Batman stories in it. That one's been out of print for a while.
Yeah, that has been. Okay, now. Wow, Next Imaginaut is going squarely into the Rom V universe. So let me get to the end of this week. And now that you say 3 of 3, so make sure the next one I see doesn't say of 12. I can do 3, but not more than that. Star Wars Legends Empire, Omnibus Volume 3, and there's no way this battle actually happened. There's just no way. I am aware that it is a made-up fictional universe, but even that universe
cripple him in seconds.
I mean, yeah. There's just no way. This cracks me up. And we end the week of January 1st with X-Men Decimation Omnibus, which takes place, I believe, just after House of M or during part of House of M. Okay, now since we talked about it, I will entertain these thoughts of Next Imaginaut because they pertain to the Rom V and Dom's discussion. Haven't caught up with Dom's interview yet, but what Rom V was referring to, whether he named it or not, was one of the 4 or alternatively 8 terms of one of key systems, logic and epistemology of Indian Buddhism. Whoa, how'd you get those? That's not something on my screen, is it? No, those are real letters.
Those are real letters, yeah.
Whoa, which modern Western philosophy ad totem is only really now beginning to grapple with, as it is modern science come under exponentializing pressure, foremost out of monetary incentive to better understand and harness quantum paradox superposition. I applaud you for explaining it, but if anything, I think I'm further fumfered on it. I did not understand. I understand monetary incentive, but that's all I got. You are extremely smart, Next Imaginaut. Kudos to you. Sorry, I'm glad you explained it, but wow, that was...
Yeah, Next Imaginaut's right. They did touch on that during the interview, so.
They did. Okay. Well, that's boss. I'm glad he didn't do that when I interviewed him. Wow. The minister and I would have just been okay. And yes, please, on the Silver Age Aquaman, DC's finest color line of color trades. Yes. It's Rogue. Yes, it's 100% better Rogue than the one that first appeared. I so want that Paul Smith Artist Edition. That's where I started following X-Men.
Yeah.
Right. Jake said it and William said it. Yeah. How's it going with that pie?
I hit a wall, but also my cat came in here and was just giving me, like, staring at me like he was going to get a slice.
Okay, now we're moving on to January 14th, Road to Onslaught. No, oh, that's the last one. This is an odd cover for an Epic collection. It doesn't really look... Night Stalker's Blade, that just kind of doesn't really look like a typical Epic collection, but this is January 14th. Yeah, the pie does look good, right? Thanks to Jake love that Jake went to the store for pie during the show. Talk about cravings. He answered the challenge. It is only 2 minutes away.
I wasn't taking a poetic license, but I also don't feel comfortable the way that Moon is looking at Daisy. Kind of skeeves me out a little bit.
Well, I don't even know what... I know Rick Gary's work.
So, do you want me to... I think we need to send you Daisy Goes to the Moon for an overview. If OPP even sells it.
Sure.
Where's your overview of Daisy Goes to the Moon?
Bunk's already subbed. Derek's already subbed.
Regardless.
I feel like turning cards sideways is partly the reason why my new videos have basically stopped. Every time I'm like, time to film, you go, want to knock out a quick game, which is never quick. What are we talking about? Is it Magic?
So basically I've wanted to play Magic my whole life, but I don't have Magic and Dungeons and Dragons are the two things I would love to do in person, but I don't have groups or communities of friends that are into it. So me and Bunk have gotten into online Magic with each other, and it's great because it does all the counters and all the math for you and stuff, which is fun. But yeah, it's what my money is going to a lot now. I'm spending too much money on fake cards.
And what does it mean turning cards sideways?
So when you attack with the card or you use an ability, you tap it sideways, and then you can't use it again until your next turn. So it untaps.
Okay.
So turning a card sideways, it's just a slang way to say let's play some Magic.
Got it.
But he got me a Magic deck, a paper Magic deck, like a real one, a physical one for Christmas. So I thought,
wow, that's a nice present.
And I got him some comics.
Supergirl, the Girl of Steel, DC Finest.
Oh, that movie's gonna start filming in like a week or two. I cannot wait for that movie.
Woman of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait either. You're right.
I can't believe their third movie that's gonna release is gonna be a Clayface movie. But I am obsessed with the guy who's writing and directing it. I think he's the best modern horror director. So it's the Clayface movie is going to be rad. There's they unearthed tweets of him 10 years prior saying his dream is to write a Clayface movie. So cool. It's Mike Flanagan. If you guys know who that
Mike
is.
Flanagan. Okay.
Mike Flanagan it's been his dream his whole life to write and direct a Clayface horror movie.
I love Mike Flanagan. Netflix was stupid to let him get away.
I know. I think he switched to Amazon for a Dark Tower series. But look at my cat getting fresh and trying to find the pie that's right over in the corner.
DC has been reprinting those Treasury editions lately. I need to start getting those because it seems like they are reprinting all of those Treasury editions. Okay, I don't even want to attempt to try and pronounce all this. These are really big words. I'm sure they're important, but they're also really big.
I thought you were the leading YouTuber on quantum mechanics.
Oh, you think Boba Fett has the high ground there? I don't think so.
Stop chewing on my cable.
Is this Khazar or Khazar?
Why does that just look like Commandi when he's older?
Actually, it kind of does. This is the Marvel Masterworks for January 14th. Sam and Twitch, Volume 2.
More Spawn for the people who enjoy it.
Boba Fett did at one time try fighting Darth Vader with a lightsaber. It was a very quick fight and did not go well for Boba Fett.
As I would imagine.
Yeah. I'm surprised that he even got within 10 feet of Darth Vader.
For Christmas, my dad got me this whiskey glass with Boba Fett's face in it, and when you pour liquid in it, it lights up Boba Fett's face. And I'm like, this is awesome, but also I have to stop thinking about it as a whiskey glass because I don't drink anymore. But I'm like, it's clearly a whiskey glass, so I don't know what beverage to put in it now. But
Diet Coke.
Nice. Yeah.
Swamp Thing, Mark Miller and Phil Hester. For the record, I enjoyed Mark Miller's Swamp Thing. I might upgrade from my trades for this.
I might too. Well, I don't have the trades, but I might get it.
Yeah.
I think I might get it too.
Okay. Doc's talking about Decimation. I've wanted to read this X-Men era, but weren't people mad that this Omni had bad mapping?
Yeah, because it has some of the X Factor issues in it, but there's also some issues, like some 4-issue miniseries that are thrown in there that I don't know where else you would put them. So it really is like a stopgap right after House of M. And if you want to get everything that comes about from it, this is the place to go.
Where do you go after this? OPB? No. Where do you go? What's Decimation lead into? Just regular continuity?
Yeah, it's regular. It's just post all the mutants getting depowered. Status quo.
Okay.
I think the best of those, which was I'll still stand on the fact that X Factor is the best thing to come out from House of M. I find a lot of the other stuff that wasn't Vulcan related kind of part of the whole mutant thing is, hey, they got an X gene, we're different, and we have cool powers. I don't know if I can stand reading Scott Summers in like hippie clothes going to San Francisco. Type of X-Men.
I already.
Why do I want to read? I kind of want to read that though. Like I feel like he's like.
Ed Brubaker wrote it, so
I want Scott Summers taking LSD for the first time in San Francisco.
I mean, with the way that he was drawn, he kind of looked like somebody who did have LSD. So, yeah, man, it was a weird time to be an X-Men fan. I will just say that.
That's hilarious. Okay. So there will be 2 live streams tomorrow on Omnibus. Oh yeah, that's right. I think we're gonna have like a 7:30 previews or 7:45 previews, and then the Omnis. Yeah, good pickup, Javier. I forgot about that.
Is that the one I'm on?
Yeah, you're on the 8 o'clock show, the Omnis, and Gio and I will be doing like previews, which you don't need to watch. You've already seen this.
Can you send me the categories again?
Yeah,
I'm running behind.
that's okay. And very fine conditions. Favorite event, Onslaught, Road to Onslaught. Now these books are these trades. This is actually Marvel's doing people a favor, because these trades have been out of print for a while and pricey. So whether or not you like this event, this is Marvel actually doing people a solid by reprinting those trades, because they were really pricey.
And that Storm, she used to be Queen of the Morlocks, right?
Exactly. Good job.
I'm learning.
Nice.
This is also very fine conditions. First hard or cover suggestion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was passed through because he wanted the wraparound for the regular cover for the Omni, and they said yes.
That is a good. See, this is why Dom needs more subs, because that's where you find. Well, now you find it on my channel too, but you find all kinds of interesting stuff at Dom of X YouTube. Hot link underneath. Right below, hot link, cipher link, surge, blind surge link, whatever it is.
Blind Search sounds like a real or fake X-Men.
Oh my gosh, not you too, Bunk. We're talking about superpositions. Rom V is tackling quantum mechanics. How is it everybody in the world is smarter than I am? How do you even know what Next Imagine I was talking about, Bunk? Rom V is probably a really smart guy. Sounds like he is, but I'm fine just reading about Batman punching jewel thieves in the mouth.
Still a lot of Batman punching in his Detective Comics. Right?
Yeah.
So
I hope that gets an Omni soon. I want to read that.
yeah, watch the interview. We talk about it.
The Detective Omni?
Yeah, we talk about Detective Omnis and some other DC deluxes and other stuff that he has planned going on.
Well, I'm a little incensed that you didn't mention me as the reason it's getting an Omni, because I bought all the standard hardcovers.
You did indeed.
Good heavens. Dom, what's happening here?
I'm trying to figure out a segue to you and back and forth. My
For all your interviews. All your interviews should go like through Omnidog's vault and then back to your channel.
I agree.
I'm reading the Paul Smith era of X-Men currently. Are you enjoying it? I bet you are. I just got into Magic as well. It's expensive cardboard.
It is. I thought Yu-Gi-Oh was expensive, but Magic is a whole other level. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player my whole life, but what happened was when I finally became an adult, I spent my first real adult paycheck buying a tournament-worthy deck, and 2 weeks later, the new ban list came out, and they banned all my cards, and all the cards I spent hundreds on were worth nothing anymore, and I have not touched Yu-Gi-Oh since.
The banned list.
So what they do is the main difference between Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is called an eternal format. So you can use any card that was from the original set released 20 years ago all the way to the current set, as long as the card's not banned for being too powerful. Magic, on the other hand, rotates every few years, like every 5 years. They create a new set of cards, and they get like, you don't play the old cards anymore unless it's a different format. But with Yu-Gi-Oh, if you buy an expensive deck to get you to buy new cards, they ban the cards, and then you have to buy a new deck. I just was unlucky, so they banned all the cards right after I bought them, making them worthless.
Shoot. Chris, I'm going to be honest with you. It's the most Silver Age can Silver Age. This Supergirl.
It's up my alley.
It only appeals to me. I can't in good conscience recommend it to you. I want DC Finest line to succeed, like super succeed. It's very Silver Agey though. And Rich brings up a good point. I like how Supergirl has a Superman inspired costume just ready to go right out of the rocket. Yeah. It's kind of rough. I mean, I love it because I remember reading it and collecting it as a kid. I didn't get it off the newsstand. It was actually before I was collecting, but back when I would go to LA and go to bookstores and dive into the DC back issue bins, that's when I would find all those Action Comics. So that's what I grew up with. I don't know that modern readers would really dig it.
I think I'm gonna love it, right?
Yes, you totally will. Pumped for the Supergirl movie. I need to finish reading One Woman of Tomorrow. Yeah, may get that DC Finest too. Okay, peace and love, Lance.
I can't wait till I read it, don't get through it, don't like it, and then blame Omnidog for the reason I bought it.
Please do. Flanagan is excellent. You're right.
Dude, his Clayface movie is going to be so rad, dude. Like, even like his early movies too, like Oculus
was awesome.
Oculus is awesome. And Ouija Origin of Evil, which is way better than the Ouija movie.
Ouija Origin of Evil, that movie sort of stuck with me still.
Yeah.
I saw that, I think, last year. That stuck with me.
I feel like I'm going to lose you a little bit. I haven't gotten through any of his Netflix shows. I always start them, get 3 episodes in, and then my attention span takes me away from them because his shows take a little bit to build. But I start all of them. I just never finish them. I started Haunting of Hill House. I started Bly. I started Midnight Mass, and I started what's the Edgar Allan Poe one? The last one he did.
Oh, Fall of the House of Usher.
Yeah, I start all of his shows. I get 2 or 3 episodes in, and then I just fall off. And I hate myself for it. I think it's TikTok. I watch them after my Adderall has faded. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, the only one of those that I haven't seen is Bly House. I love all those other 3. They're wildly different and just, I don't know. I love them all. So
can I highlight this slander about myself? I didn't buy the pie and then shout in the storm drain that the New Mutants, the Morlocks don't have pie.
That's actually really funny. Hey, you gutter mutants, I have pie and you don't.
He's one of my favorite horror movie directors. I finish all his movies, but the TV shows, I just don't have the attention span for them anymore.
Boy, they're so good though, Jake. They really are, and they all pay off with great endings.
I think what it is that I tell myself I'm going to watch them at night because it's dark and that makes sense to me. Like, seems weird to watch it during the day, but I need to watch the shows during the day when I'm medicated and focused and like have an attention span.
Yeah,
100%.
Exactly right. So that ended January 14th. Alien Black, White, and Blood Treasury. This is the 21st of January.
I feel like Jordan will get this. Jordan's a huge Alien fan.
Some good stories in there.
Oh, yeah?
There is, yeah. There's one by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly that I enjoyed.
Oh, I like their writing team a lot.
I think I'd enjoy it.
Okay. Next, I'm going to let you and Bunk and Harvey talk about quantum theory superposition stuff. I barely got that sentence out. So you guys, peace and love. You guys have that conversation. I'm going to focus on comic books. Astro City. This is the last book. Metro Book 6. Love the series. Very fine condition. Likes to make fun of me. Oh, Paul McGrew's jumping into it. Okay. Paul McGrew's part of it. This triumvirate of quantum superposition theory.
Do we think the Omni's ever coming out, the Opus edition?
Oh boy, that's a good question. Does it even have a date anymore, Dom?
It doesn't, but I think it's because Kurt Busiek, well, I mean, he wants it perfect, but he's, I know, also not in great health at the moment.
Yeah, I chatted with him about it on Blue Sky, and he said that he's not really involved with it right now because he has debilitating migraines. So he's not able to. He said he hopes it comes out someday, but he's not involved with it right now.
Oh wait, who's that has migraines?
Kurt Busiek.
Oh, he does. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Like debilitating to the point where he can't do interviews, he can't work, he can't really do anything. So
as a migraine sufferer, they finally cleared up, but I know what he must be going through. That's awful. Must get that Swamp Thing Omni. Need all DC green folk.
Whenever a new green DC book comes out, Batcato puts all his green DC books together and takes a picture.
Oh yeah, that's Batcato that does that. That's really cool. He's got the color theme going. I understand the Schrodinger's cat theory, and now I understand what you were saying, but only in context that you were talking amongst yourselves about everything, Harvey. So you guys keep talking to each other about that. And
like, if I don't finish my pie, it's both exists and doesn't exist, right?
I don't know. For some reason, I want gingerbread pie now, and I've never even had it before.
Is there a Polly's Pie near where you live?
I've never even heard of it. I don't think so. Is it a SoCal thing?
I don't know. I'm gonna Google it.
I enjoy the first hardcover Salmon Twitch, and I don't read Spawn. Oh, a Chris Brogan endorsement. That's good.
Okay, so here's the sad news. There is no Polly's Pie location in Washington, D.C., but there are 13 locations in Southern California.
That doesn't help.
Diametrical opposites of the U.S. right there.
Yeah. I'm as far east as you can go, and you guys are almost as far west as you can go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I understand what Bunk's saying here. No arguments here, Dom. X Factor Investigations is an all-time run for me. I agree. That is.
To highlight this one, but I thought a pie exists differently when it's being observed versus when it's not being observed. So.
Oh, now you're trying to jump in on that?
Yeah, I tell people when they ask me when is my pre-order coming out, I'm like, hey, we have no idea. I'm happy to refund you, or we can keep waiting. And most people just want to keep waiting.
This is a good question. Thank you, Bunk. Omnidog, who will you be wearing for the Omnis? I will be wearing the Los Angeles Rams tomorrow night. 2 nights in a row, I will be wearing the designer Rams sweatshirt that I got for Christmas. And if they get into the playoffs, it is going to be by the skin of their teeth. Barely making it in. And I know I'm talking to a 49er fan who is very quiet right now.
I mean, what can I say? We suck, and we haven't had anybody healthy for like the last 17 weeks. So,
yeah, I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just saying you're quiet.
I know. I mean, I can't say anything. What was there to say?
This is actually funny. Think of how stupid the average person is, and realize half of them are stupider than that. Oh, gee, am I making fun of myself because I don't understand what they're talking about? Astro City. Okay. Oh, this has Taylor Talks Comics written all over it. Atlas Artist Edition #2. Al Williamson.
To answer Johnny's question, she likes a place called Flappy Jacks, but I do not like the post Flappy Jacks. The parking lot's stressful, and I don't like the drive home. And we just found out that Polly's Pie is still pretty good and way closer. So,
yeah, he asked that before you left. Oh, here's Reap. Reap, what's up? After Astonishing X-Men and Uncanny X-Force, there aren't any X-Men omnibus I can think of. What era post that time period will get an omnibus? I'd love. Is that Casey?
Mike Carey, I think.
Mike Carey. Okay. Kyle Yost and Gishler or Krakoa. Yeah. I don't understand why that Kyle Yost, Kyle/Yost, X-Men. What the heck? It's the two oversized trades.
They came out with deluxes of those a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's the X-Force, right?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's Kiosk X-Force.
Yeah. I don't understand why that hasn't been made an Omni. That seems like an obvious Omni.
Yeah, I'd buy it.
Yeah, I have the oversized hardcovers, so maybe. No, I generally don't upgrade from oversized hardcovers.
Mm-hmm. I am interested to see what they do come out with stuff post new X-Men out Reaper. I know that there's obviously the new X-Men run, not the Morrison one, but with the one with all the Academy X kids by De Filippis Ware, and then later Colin Yost, who also do X-Force later. I want to see how they map Utopia era, specifically with Greg Land and Terry Dodson and all the art. And also how they're going to do Gillen Uncanny, Fraction Uncanny. I would really like to see what they do with Generation Hope. That was a Kieran Gillen series that had, Hope Summers starring in the forefront. It had Jamie McKelvey art, if I remember correctly. And I really, really enjoyed that series. Right before Avengers versus X-Men. There's a lot of books from 2004 to 2012 that I'd like to get in omnibus format, but I think they're still trying to round out and get everything from Claremont and post Claremont in the 90s to get omnibusized, and then they'll go on to the 2000s, 2010s. We'll see.
Yeah, that's the stuff that you were just talking about. That's all the stuff Peter M. helped me organize.
I see. Yeah, I've watched some of those fun streams.
Yeah, I remember seeing you in the chat. Omar fighting for the book that made him leave comics. So funny. That's a good point. And they'll be adding more material to the Onslaught Omni since people mention the missing material. Road to Onslaught and Onslaught Aftermath Omnis, that is. Just a sec, I will check. Whose muscular thigh is that on the left of Road to Onslaught? Okay, one sec. Let's go back.
That could be a new game called Guess That X-Men's Thigh.
We're talking about this.
It looks like they're holding a weapon. Is that like a bone sword or something?
What is going on in this? Okay, so there's Colossus, and so we're missing whoever.
People are saying it's Marrow, which I don't want to hear these names because I can't tell if Marrow is a real or fake X-Men right now.
If Marrow has a bone sword, that makes sense to me. I am not familiar with this.
If there's a superhero that can manifest Marrow, shouldn't he just be at a children's hospital saving lives? You know what I mean? Like, why is he? If you have the ability to manifest Marrow, you should be at a hospital not making a sword. Like,
yeah, I actually agree with that. Okay.
You're like, wow, Jake had a good point.
Yeah, well, it took me a second. Green Arrow, DC Finest is still Okay, wait a sec. Okay, January 21st. Sorry. Longbow Hunters. Are they planning on Dom, do you know, are they planning on doing all of the this era in DC Finest, like the 3,000 pages worth of Omni that
Their point is to eventually get to all of that, and I assume that they will, because you have the Green Arrow by Kevin Smith and Brad Meltzer omnibus, or the Archer's Quest Omni that's coming out in March. So these are great modern comics too. So anybody who's looking to get into Grell,
Yeah.
Green Arrow, I mean,
this is a good starting point. Loving the Claremont Smith X-Men material. Good. Hoping for a Romvy Swamp Thing Deluxe Edition.
we also talked about that, Rich.
Wait a minute. Romvy Swamp Thing. What? Why am I blanking on that? Is it?
It
Has
spun
it been
out of Future
collected?
State.
Oh, has it been collected yet?
It in the thin trade paperbacks, but not in oversized.
Okay. I don't think I've read that.
It's really, really good.
I am a fake fan. I don't even think I own those. Romvy Swamp Thing. Why wouldn't I own those?
I still think you have a great collection, Jess.
Thank you.
It just means you can fix it by buying
More.
Swamp Thing run right now. We'll support you. We'll be here with you for this purchase, but also know that you still have a beautiful library without it.
Well, thank you very much, Jake. I appreciate that. Boy, pie really puts you in a good mood. I like it. After pie, Jake.
I've just been trying to follow all Next Imaginauts messages to me, and I keep getting lost.
Oh, he's messaging you?
In the chat, he's at 5 of 5 for me, but I keep reading them out of order.
Jen wants to ask Arena or MTGO?
I'm playing Arena. I don't know what MTGO is, but I'm playing Arena, and hopefully someday I'll find in-person friends to play Paper Magic with.
Maybe it's Magic the Gathering
Arena.
Original, ongoing, onslaught.
I like this. Jake has post-pie clarity.
Yeah. That's William Lee. Well said. Daredevil Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
You youngsters are too young to remember, but there was a time when you couldn't even get this book or Volume 1.
Well, it was one of the first out-of-print books I bought when I started collecting Marvel books.
Nice. And you overpaid for it?
Oh, 100%. But at least I've cured that habit.
I'm not going to shame you. That was the only way to get it.
Yeah.
There wasn't any Marvel digital or anything.
Yeah, there wasn't.
The oversized hardcovers for this were way out of print. Yeah, that was the only way to get it. So actually, since I love this run so much, I'm glad I'm not glad you overpaid, but I'm glad you got it.
I told Jess, I said I could only afford to buy the Bendis run. And he goes, you have to buy the Brubaker run with it too. And I go, I don't think I can afford it. He goes, too bad. So I bought both of them. And I am happy that because
That doesn't sound like me. Are you sure that
you did say that you do got to buy all 4 together?
Oh, well, I think you should. I think you should read all 4 straight through. It's one awesome story.
And Shadowlands?
I don't remember saying that.
Jake is trying to.
I really need Marvel to come back.
Throw me under the bus, slander me.
Not slander. There's a word. Why is it slipping my mind?
I bet Next Imaginaut knows what the word is. That guy's got a giant vernacular, an extensive lexicon.
Oh, yeah. Lexicon, good word.
Thank you.
It's not brainwash. What is it?
I'll wait for you. Only half the likes of the viewership. Well, thanks for pointing that out, Reap. Can everybody please give this a like?
Did you see that mean comment from the artist formerly known as Jess? Feeling sick, but not sick enough to give the dog a like.
Oh, Jesse, say what? I think he's messing around. He's a longtime viewer. Okay, wait. I didn't see Captain Macasee, a Persona 4 fan, plays Magic and great comics taste. Truly, you are one of the greats.
And then I guess
I'm the other person who's already ordered the Supergirl DC Finest. Good for you, Dana. Nice.
Same with me, Dana. We're gonna be in it together.
Okay, so there's 3 then with former Disney bellboy Carl. I didn't order it because I have the Omni, which I am happy with, but good. I'm glad that you got that. I missed out on the Supergirl DC archive books, so I'm happy to get this and any other ones they do. You didn't get the Supergirl 2 volumes, Silver Age volumes?
Highlight Warren's comment right here. I
Which-
feel like I kind of see where they're coming from. Brubaker
Really?
was awesome as a follow-up, but after the twist, after he picks up, like after the status quo gets returned a little bit, he's things are normal again. I didn't think it was as great, but the beginning portion that picks up where Bendis left off is so awesome, and I loved it. But I do feel like maybe it was just my 4th Daredevil omnibus in a row, so I was a little tired of it. But I don't feel like when the status quo was returned a little bit, it was just like I just felt like he was just fighting faceless ninjas the whole time. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like sucked is a strong word.
I didn't say sucked, but I'm just saying.
I'm saying it to Warren. I feel like maybe wasn't as strong. That's such an internet
I would say wasn't
thing
as
to say. That's just
I remember the word, Jess.
what?
Jake
What
is
is
gaslighting you.
I said that.
That's the word.
I said that.
He did say that.
Gaslighting. Gaslighting.
I literally okay. Story of my life.
Hey, my short-term memory is horrible, so forgive me.
I already have.
Lance, I apologize. I called you Carl. I don't know why. I really dig how goofy Silver Age DC is, so it might be for me. Oh, if you want goofy Silver Age DC, Supergirl's for you. And I apologize for getting your name wrong. You've only posted like 20 comments, and we had a personal relationship back in 2015, and I called you Carl. So sorry.
You tipped him on a tip as your bellboy.
No, I threw cash at him. What is a modern reader? That is a fair question. I think a modern reader is somebody probably younger than I am, which is everyone. I would say a modern reader has primarily read stuff post mid-aughts. Like maybe they started with their X-Men started with new X-Men and not Claremont X. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of Claremont X-Men. I feel like it's a younger person that is used to reading like Bendis Daredevil, Brubaker Captain America, modern Superman, like Rebirth Superman, New 52 Batman. I would consider that the modern reader, and somebody that would struggle with the fact that DC Silver Age was written for 8-year-olds. It really was. Well, I mean, it was written for 8-year-olds. The DC editor at the time was quoted as saying, "We're writing books for 8-year-olds," and I'm just going to paraphrase it, going to the bath while they go to the bathroom. So that was the DC mindset back then. They were writing for kids, and that's why Marvel got such a leg up on them when they came up with the, like Spider-Man actually having modern day problems and not fighting Brainiac 22.
Gang?
Not the grass. I specifically didn't want to say Grasshopper Gang. But to me, that's what the modern reader is. But see, both Dom and Jake have have dipped further back than that. So
I
I don't-
finished a complete collection of Golden Age Superman. I mean, I never thought I would have been able to do that in
Well,
a million years.
I don't know.
God bless you.
Yeah. Maybe Jake's more the modern reader than I'm thinking. And that's not a dig. That's
I
some of
read
that-
Question
No,
and I liked it. I'm
dude,
just kidding.
I'm telling
I'm just
stop
kidding, bro.
yelling. You get so wired up. Well, yeah, Question's a classic. I'm talking about going further back than that, like into the Silver Age.
I read Fourth World.
Well, I still
was a
feel
little
that's
dry.
Bronze Age. Bronze Age stuff.
I'm 3 issues into Silver Age Superman.
You have been for the whole year.
No, I was 2 issues in before the year started.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Oh, nothing compares to Silver Age Doom Patrol. Silver Age Doom Patrol is like the closest thing you're going to get to Marvel in DC in that time period, in my humble opinion. Because
Grant Morrison apparently would agree with your opinion, Jess.
Oh, he would?
They would,
because he took it on, in the late 80s.
Vertigo, and apparently
Yeah.
loved all the Arnold Drake stuff. Like that was the main inspiration for it.
And Lance says, in my humble opinion, Doom Patrol is in a different class. Silver Age Doom Patrol is actually taking itself seriously. Yes, I totally agree. Modern reader is a young person or someone reading. Well, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I addressed it. And people can agree or disagree.
Bunk slandering me right here.
Fall of the House of Usher starts slow, but once it starts going, it goes. It had me from the beginning.
The most recent comment is Bunk slandering me.
Jake, tell Jesse he has to watch The Substance.
Oh, we just watched. I just showed my friends it for the first time a few days ago. The Substance has some of the best editing, sound editing, visual editing, cinematography I've ever seen. So basically, they made the movie, and the producers of it saw it and said, "This is the most insane, or this is the most insane ending ever. You have to cut the ending." And they said no, so they sold it off to Mubi, which is some streaming service or whatever, and they kept the crazy ending. And it is a phenomenal. My friend called me a week later. They were horrified seeing it. And then my friend called me a few days later. And he's like, I'm still thinking about the movie. It had like a profound effect on me.
Well, Back Cato wants me to watch the movie and live stream my reaction to the last 20 minutes.
Bro, it is. I saw it in theaters. My jaw has never been more open. Like
Wow.
I wouldn't have taken it as far as they did, and they go every time you think it's as far as they'll take it, it just keeps going farther, and it's so perfect. Like it deserves some Oscars, it deserves some flowers.
And then after blaming Jess for getting the DC Silver Age books, Jake, they get passed on to me. I did send you my DC Green Lantern because I got Silver Age because I got new ones. Mike is only writing Clayface, not directing it. Oh.
I feel like they haven't announced the director yet, but I think there's a good chance he still might direct it. They just haven't officially made that yet, But we'll see what happens.
What are the Omni's categories? Where did I put my phone? I just had my phone. It has the Omni's categories on them. It's going to be like Best Collected Edition. Wait a sec. Let me go to my chat with... Wait, what Bunk send me? Oh, good. Oh, what? It's throwing suicide risk in the garbage. That makes me sad. Okay. Let's see. Since I don't have my phone here, which is weird.
Do you want to call you to see if it's nearby?
Best Collected Edition, Best Writer, Best Artist, Best Publisher, Best One Shot, Best Ongoing Series, Best Mini Series, Surprise of the Year, and the Golden Abrams Award. which used to be the Golden Kirkman, but then Bloodline came out by poor Henry Abrams, and now that is for the worst book of the year.
I
And
feel like
I'm
it's
not
gonna be
apologizing.
it's gonna be a weird show because it's me and Taylor, and I don't know of two people who have more opposite tastes in books.
That's why it's
So,
good.
My pick of the year is going to be the most mainstream book you've ever heard of, and his is going to be some niche cartoonist that made a book about like someone making a clay pot, but it's also like
But that's
also
why
like
it's good.
an origin
I mean,
for like the
that's
French
why you-
Revolution.
Yeah,
It's going to be great. It's going to be such a great show because we're so different.
That's
Wait,
the
but
whole
you
reason I did a show with Kristen, because she has such different tastes than I am, and that's exactly why. That makes it interesting when you get somebody, and we're going to be the only three people that have Omni. We're the only three people participating because Lou reads prose and Gio reads manga, and so does Riley.
I love Taylor's pick though for his favorite crossover, which was when Charles Barkley plays basketball with
Oh yeah.
That ending of just Godzilla with the sneakers on, Duncan, and it goes, Godzilla got busy.
I love Charles Barkley.
Best new comic book YouTuber. I think that clearly everyone will vote for Dom of X.
Yeah, you're not new, Jake. You're
That's what
old.
I know. I should have won it last year, but this year I'm voting for Dom of X.
It's not a. We don't have that as a category. Girl Rebels is coming out the week of January 21st.
That looks like the face my wife made when I walked in with a whole pie for myself.
Yeah, Greta's not pleased right there, and your wife probably wasn't either. Iron Man, Star Wars. I know nothing about this Epic Collection era. I haven't. Webhead and I talked about it. I have yet to read. I haven't read Fractions Iron Man. I haven't read an Iron Man book that I honestly, cared about is too strong a word, but I don't have any Iron Man in my collection because it's not a character that I'm ever interested in.
I don't think I've ever read a single Iron Man comic. Like, I'm cool if he's in a book with other characters, but I've never read anything individual Iron Man.
Oh, I apologize. He's getting married to Emma Frost for some reason, and that's part of
And
the.
that should be you. You should be the one marrying Emma Frost.
Well, is he drinking again or not? Because
Duggan brought that back in.
Well, then I'm out. Okay, wait. Reap had a good point. Astro City will have one issue not collected in those Metro books. It's the latest one, which hasn't had a second issue yet either. Reap, the lady last. The last Astro City comic was a one-shot. Okay. Migraines are horrible. Yeah. My condolences to anyone who also suffers from them. They are debilitating, as Jake says. Well, into DC Finest Superman book. These Golden Age stories are wild. Superman himself is also hilarious. I have to read them in chunks and then take breaks, but I'm appreciating it. Oh, well, then you will have no problem with Supergirl, Silver Age Supergirl.
Is that your ringtone for when Omar texts you, Dom?
Yeah.
That's your Omar ringtone, right?
I think it is.
Yeah. Omar did
Peace and love, Matt. There have been good writers involved with the Spawn books at times. Oh, wait. Okay. Reaper has, not Reaper, Next Imaginaut had something I can understand. Why the Clayface film was fast-tracked was supposedly because Gunn and Pattinson are trying to bend Reeves' arm into formally incorporating his Batverse into Gunn's DCU, where Reeves has remained.
It says one of two, but it's going to be 5.
Oh, is it? Adamant about keeping them separate. Clayface is going to be a trial balloon, possibly also guest starring Pattinson, to test whether the broad audience is enthusiastic enough about. Oh, you're right.
I feel like we should just listen to what they say, and they've said time and time again, these things are separate, and I think that's okay. I don't mind having a gritty, grounded, realistic crime Batman, and I don't mind having a fantastical Batman. And I really liked the other day when someone said, "Wow, 5 years in between Batman 1 and 2, that's crazy." And he goes, "Is it?" And he lists the most famous movie sequels of all time and how many years. He was like, 7 years between Alien and Aliens. And he's like, we're so used to now sequels happening a year or 2 years after the movie, but in the grand scheme, looking back, 5 years is nothing between sequels. So
Dark Knight Returns is a very good long while right after Dark Knight, so it's not immune to Batman lore either.
yeah, he gets buffed and skinny, then buffed and skinny for Christian. There's a whole body transformation for Christian Bale in between those movies.
They need to do an Academy X Omni before the X Force run.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been saying, Derek. Give it to me.
Give me a funner cover to look at than Iron Man. This one's bumming me out.
Okay. How about Doctor Strange Marvel Masterworks?
I don't think someone on my last stream said they've never liked a Masterworks cover, and I feel like I kind of agree.
Oh yeah, that was Bo who said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bo said that. Savage
There we go.
Avengers and Reaper. Thank you for pointing out in the messages. This is just the second half of the Omni.
Yeah, you already have this.
What happened to this like never getting reprinted ever again? The FOMO, I'm glad I bought that omnibus with FOMO, started reading it, realized I didn't like it, and sold it.
Oh, I'm sorry you didn't like it. I loved it.
Yeah, this was I don't like Conan, but this was fun.
Same.
It has really good Deadpool content in it. I liked magic in it. Even the stuff with Elektra and Doctor Strange, I enjoyed. I was surprised.
There's a lot. The cast is really well done in this book. I think. I think a lot of people would, Chris.
Yeah. I don't know. Like if they got to Uncanny X-Force by Remender 3 times, they should be able to do Kyle and Yost Crane X-Force at least once. That's just me.
No, that's me too. Usagi Yojimbo, The Crow standard hardcover.
Oh, I can already hear Mitch asking for this.
90th anniversary, Donald Duck. Wow.
Do you know his middle name?
Donald Duck's middle name?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Marrow?
It is Fauntleroy.
Oh, Fauntleroy.
Donald Fauntleroy Duck. And I learned that reading my Donald Duck Taschen book.
Marrow grows extra bones and pulls them out of her body and uses them as weapons.
She should be at a hospital, a children's hospital.
Well, all she can do is pull bones out.
They can't extract marrow from them? I don't know how marrow extracting works.
I don't either.
I feel like she could be doing more.
Do you think this is a good question for Dom? Or do you think the Fall of X omnibus will be superseded by a Krakoan line of omnis, or would it still fit in like Death of Spider-Man does? Spoiler alerts, Death of Spider-Man. It's up for pre-order this month. I have 30 days to decide.
Yeah, I would buy it because there's well over like 800 issues in the 5 years that Krakoa was a status quo, and just for that fact, I'm gonna be buying that on top of the Sabretooth War Omnibus, because the Sabretooth War Omnibus also has the Sabretooth by Victor Laval miniseries that were sort of the prelude beforehand to see what Sabretooth was doing after what happened to him in House of X. I'm gonna be buying Fall of the House of X, just for the case that if they never get from the start of House of X all the way up till the end, we at least have that backfall of, we have the ending. We don't need to worry about if it's gonna be in a volume 15 or 16 omnibus anthology or volume 12 or whatever. We know that, like, okay, we have it on their bookshelf. If they cancel the line or somehow like try to reorganize it or rebrand it or refranchise it, at least we have that at the end as hey, we have this omnibus.
Bunk calling me out accurately. I did learn it from the Donald Duck Hot Ones episode. I was just trying to brag about my
Donald Duck did a Hot Ones?
For his 90th birthday, Donald Duck went on Hot Ones. Bro, I'm gonna send it to you. It's like 6 minutes long. It's amazing. It's so perfect, bro.
Oh, I want to see it. I love the Conan O'Brien one. Longbow
I
Hunters.
love
is
Hot
must
Ones.
read. We need Chuck Dixon and Winnick Gold, Green Arrow.
Can there be a Marrow run called Long Bone Hunters?
It's the most fun you can have playing a spreadsheet. Magic the Gathering online.
That's the one that I don't play. I like Arena because Arena does the math for you.
Eating
Yes,
Pie
Pie
Now.
Boys.
Not Pie Boys. And The Witcher finishes off the week of January 21st. Let me see what else. Let's see. I would love a Catwoman series in the vein of Penguin. Libel is written. Slander is spoken. Thank you. Silver Age Supergirl. Oh, yes. Wow, am I that far behind still?
Oh, yeah.
No, wasn't buying collected editions back then. Started in 2018, 2019. Okay.
I also want to say to Bunk that you've been talking about how you're going to be filming this entire live stream and you're still commenting. So when we're done with this stream, don't come at me and say you can't play Magic because you haven't filmed yet. You should go film now.
And here's modern readers born in the mid 90s or later. Someone
feel like
started about 20 years ago. Stop yelling. I'm just reading a people's opinion, which I think is interesting. Post Marvel Knights.
I was just going to say that I think a modern reader, it doesn't matter your age. You can be older or younger and be a modern reader. I think it matters what era you read. You know what I mean? So I don't think just because you're young, you can be a young reader and still read older, non-modern stuff.
Oh, this has material from Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, and Superboy. Thank you, Dana. Then I have to get it. Thank you. I've actually gotten into Legion of Superheroes from checking out the Silver Age stuff, but I always have an affinity for classic stuff. Fact. Although Silver Age X-Men is pretty bad. I'm reading New Mutants Omnibus 2, and a lot of the issues aren't great. 45 was fantastic, but everything else so far been a snooze fest. Man, I love that first Omni. Bunk is commenting a lot. Jake thinks Dennis Cowan's art in the question is old. He also only read the first 12 pages and had AI tell him what happened in the rest of it. It's not slander if it's true. If it's written, it's libel, not slander.
All right, Mr. Sam Raimi, what have you done with Bunk? We want him back.
Sam Raimi. Substance was fantastic. The ending was great. Similar to Love Lies Bleeding in the ending, but worked better for me. I have not seen that either. Best Omnipros member, best co-host on Omnidog. Okay. I haven't read that. Wish I could keep it, but there's no more shelf space. It's not like anyone has ever said self-unalive, self-risk is good or not. Okay. No, the Golden Abrams is named for Henry Abrams' Bloodline, which was the worst comic book any of us have ever read. Like literally, it was awful. And the real reason it steams us is because he was J.J. Abrams' kid. That's the only reason he got a chance. And there's hundreds, if not thousands, of other more talented people out there trying to get into the comic book business. Matthew Monge's one of them who can actually draw and write. But no, this guy gets a pass because he's J.J. Abrams' son. And it sucked, to use Warren Weaver's word. Sucked. So
it happened again. His daughter a few weeks ago was the musical guest on SNL. And it's
but don't people like her? Isn't she a good singer? I'm not familiar with her. Is this a legit?
I saw the one performance and I thought it was better than what I could do, but I also didn't think she would have been on SNL if it wasn't because she was J.J. Abrams' kid. Like, I feel like there were other musicians that are just as good that will never get the shot because of who their parent is or isn't.
Okay,
So
fair.
I'm not trying to like shade on her. I just didn't think that, I felt like there was some nepotism. And if you have nepotism, just own it and say, yes, I've had privileges, but I'm not going to act like I haven't,
JJ probably did most of the work on that Spidey book, and yes, it sucked. Soon JJ is going to say his son directed episode 9. I don't think even he would do that to his son. Armor Wars Assault Star. Oh, I apologize. I have read Iron Man Extremis, and it's really good. Actually, yeah, I agree with Doc Elevator. It's really, really good. It's short, and you don't need to know anything ahead of time. You guys, my wife got me a new chair for filming, mostly so that I would put the dining room table chair back in the dining room, and it's so comfortable. Are you falling asleep?
Hopefully the chair's comfortable when I beat you in Magic.
Oh,
He's calling you out.
Okay,
My most
how do we say this?
anticipated book of the year.
Mitch Gerrard's or Mitch Gerard's?
Mitch Gerard's. Right? That's what you told me on the phone?
I know, but now I'm second guessing myself. I just wanted to make sure you didn't put the extra R in there like everybody does. Now I'm wondering if it's just Mitch Gerrard's. Harvey, you know how to pronounce everything. How do I say Gerrard's? Is it Gerard's or Jared's? Shocking. My son recently pointed out that there have been no Iron Man Mighty Marvel Masterworks trades released over the last 4 years since Marvel started publishing them.
I do wonder if it is because it had a lot of Cold War allegories and stuff more so than the other Marvel books, which is why they've been hesitant to do. Maybe that's just me thinking, but yeah, there's a lot of Cold War politics in the Silver Age Iron Man books.
Okay. I've upgraded this once and I will upgrade this again. Absolute Mr. Miracle. Yeah, I'm going to get it.
And after this releases, I'll be interviewing Tom King about the Absolute Edition. So he's coming on my show to promote this Absolute Edition in a month.
Epic.
I'm very excited.
I've seen the questions. They're really good.
Oh, Jess, if I may say something about this.
Please do.
This is not the cover for the book. This is an outdated cover.
Oh, show them that slipcase that Mitch Gerard's designed.
I sent it in the private chat.
Okay.
It is probably the coolest Absolute design they've ever done.
Whoa.
Show it. And it's not just an acetate cover like Death of the Family. This is like, this looks intense.
Yeah, this is the coolest thing.
So do you see the little squares? Those are holes. So when you take the book out, that the thing with Scott Free on it is the actual book itself. So you're seeing like through the slipcase.
Okay,
like
so the slipcase is translucent here then.
Well, it has cuts. Like it's
okay. These are cutouts.
Yeah. And then when you take the Absolute out, it's Mr. Miracle like by himself. So it's like you're putting him in a box or a trap that he has to escape.
Whoa, that is such good design.
Mitch told me he designed it himself.
Mitch
Gerard's.
Oh, okay. Well, that is much cooler than what we have.
I wish that would have come out in November like it was supposed to. That would have been probably my book of the year for November or for 2024. But hopefully now it'll at least have the cool bullet logo on it.
Okay, now I like that the chat's fighting with Harvey. Can we all take a second to appreciate how great it is to have Tom Brady as a commentator?
It's almost as, you know what, I have a take. The Tom Brady being hired by Fox Sports thing is almost as bad as the nepotism that the Abrams kid has. I'm sorry.
Whoa! Shots fired everywhere. This might be your biggest troll yet. Harvey is shocked. Only on opposite day. This is what I like. We hate you for that comment. I don't know why that cracks me up so much. Kane, you're in the chat. Is this something that you'd buy? This is a Critical Role schmancy fancy book. I'm wondering if that's, I know you're a board gamer, Critical Role type player. Is this something you'd get? This is the last week in January. DC Power. Okay. Where is that? Where is that? Okay. What? Okay, wait a sec. I've been cleaning and organizing this whole time. Stuff piles up when you have kids.
Not that I'd ever know about that.
You won't. DC Finest, I'm looking forward to that because I don't think I have a complete collection of her stuff. I can't defend you here, Harvey. You're on your own in the chat for that. I would consider myself a modern reader because I've only been regularly reading comics for about the past 10 years. Bunk was saying, you said Suicide Risk was good facetiously. Well, he's throwing it away. So either way, this is what happens when I get behind in the chat. I get lost. Bunk, were you saying that it was good facetiously? Or did you say I said it was good facetiously? I know it's one of the books that I presented and I got shut out on that Evergreen stream because I don't know what a hero is. I agree. I'm a modern reader. By that definition, I'm a modern reader, but I read from all eras of comics. Oh, I've read this. Iron Man by Cantwell. You're right. It is good. Only about 25 issues, then followed up by a Hellcat Annual miniseries.
I think I'm on my sugar crash come down from eating that pie.
King has said it is Gerads. Okay, but Gerads or Gerads? Or is it Gerads? Oh, Jake, you better figure it out.
He's on the hunt for the truth.
That'll be the first question I ask him. I'm just kidding.
You should. I have the deluxe, but definitely upgrading Mr. Miracle. Yes, Beyond Comics. That the slipcase sold me. I agree. Hey, Alex, how's it going? The Comic Central. Welcome. I like your Nightwing avatar there.
Comic Central just hit 150 subscribers.
Nice. Good for you, Comic Central. Where are you in the quest to get you to 2,500, Dom? I feel like everybody here's already subbed to you.
I think Alex is also subbed to me too.
No, I can't even ask Alex to sub to you.
I don't
Damn
think
it.
so, no. But let me see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm still stuck 25 till.
Damn it.
I was gonna unsubscribe as a joke, but I wasn't fast enough.
I do love Critical Role. That is not a book I would buy. Okay, I've been reading the Legends of Vox Machina pre-Prime stories. Is it as bad as Jason Kelsey on ESPN? That is part of the Tom Brady fight in here. I wish DC would reprint Smallville season 11 trades. Cassandra Cain Batgirl all in first issue blew me away. Ooh, goody. That's good to know.
I had an art germ cover too.
This one did?
Ooh. It did indeed.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. I bet it's really cool.
It is really. I got the foil one. Like a wispy gray background that makes it cooler.
Crazy Cat and Ignatz. No, I was not alive when this was getting published, but I did like it. There was a cartoon as I was growing up, and so I was able to find older stuff. of the comic strip. This obviously is a Taylor Talks Comics book.
It looks exactly like one.
Yeah. I can totally vouch for this book by Mark Miller, The Magic Order. This is the first 2 trades in library size. The art is astonishingly great, and the story is really, really good. Same thing that I liked about Arcane. You care about the characters, and there's consequences in this, and it's really well written. I totally get people's aversion to Mark Miller. I'm not an apologist for him. I'm just saying this is really good Mark Miller stuff.
It's got amazing art by Olivier Coipel. If you've read his work on JMS Thor, and also a Bendis book that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. And then Stuart Immonen created the modern Marvel house art style. And it's funny too, because I remember him back when he finished Dan Slott's Spidey saying, I want to hang it up. I want to go do some other like indie comics and call it a career. Immediately comes back to this because why not? And it looks fantastic. So
how old of a guy is he?
I want to say he's in like his late 50s. He's been in the industry for a while.
Yeah. But his art is fabulous. I love his art.
I agree.
And how do I say Olivier's last name?
Coipel.
Coipel.
It's French.
Right. Gare, like air. Mitch Garrett's. I think that should be your first question, Jake.
I'll do it. I'll do it for the people.
Okay.
I'll say that, the community as a whole is trying to come together and figure this out.
Yeah. I'm a modern reader, but read classic Spider-Man. Nice. My answer is Superman, but I want to see Fantastic Four, but that teaser had me crying. I mean, I was sobbing. Literally, manly man, eye sweat.
I was driving home from the doctor's office and I didn't get to hear the answer. What part made you cry?
What part do you think made me cry?
I'm going to guess the whistle.
It was what came right after the whistle.
Yeah, I meant like the whistle, and then you see something running towards him. I meant like that part.
That's exactly what started it. And then he shows up, and that's when I started. I needed. I had to be by myself for a while. I was all.
I think I watched it maybe 20 times the first day.
I think I did too. My brother made the profile pic. Nice. Superman over FF by far.
Nah, the real answer is you see both in the same day. You know what I mean? You just
Machina, like Deus Ex Machina. Okay. Like Ex Machina, the story, the Brian K. Vaughan story. Why did I say Machina? I don't know. Thank you for this. Okay, here we have another buyer of the Crazy Cat. Good.
I don't think this book is for me.
I don't think it is either, but he's right. It is one of the greatest comics of all time. This really bent things around. Okay, Magic Order, Epic Collection, Marvel 2-in-1 Thing. This is the last week in January. Remembrance of Things Past. You know who draws a good thing is Halo Tangle in my Discord. She drew a picture of Thing. She did 12 days of Jess's favorite super women or comic book women, and one of her older pictures, well, it may only be a week old. She did a really good Thing. I mean, she got the detail on him and everything.
I agree.
Why does he want the title of anti-Omnidog?
I feel like you should take the 12 images that they drew you and make a calendar.
Well, that's up to her. Magic Order is rad. Yes, back Cato. Thank you. why, Jake, you know Alex, why does he want to be anti-Omnidog? What is anti-Omnidog?
I don't want to say, but Alex is 13, so maybe he just means young.
Oh, you could just say young Omnidog. You don't have to be anti.
I'm
Right,
taking my
that's where I
medication right
think
now, and I forgot what order I took them in, so I don't know what I still need to take and what I don't need to take. This is why I need one of those old-timey little like things with the days on it that you flip open.
Oh, you mean
Well,
like what I have?
Yeah. I need a little thing that beeps when it's time to take more. It's, I was
That's
on the
a really-
money.
Oh, okay. Just the young version of it. You don't have to be anti. Wow, here's a good question. I wonder if through the DC Finest line that we'll finally get the early Arak run reprinted since the comics first came out.
If they're doing Peacemaker and Metamorpho, I guarantee you they'll get to at some point. I don't know when.
Metamorpho, I will totally buy that.
I just want to say the actor who's playing Metamorpho and Superman is the perfect actor for Metamorpho. Like he's such a unique, weird dude, and I'm pumped for it.
I didn't even know it was Metamorpho until somebody pointed it out.
I think it's because you just saw the wrinkly white face. That could be anything. Yeah. It's when you see the body that's colorful, probably is when it makes more sense. Reaper has a good question though. He avoids trailers. Does the Superman trailer spoil anything? I feel like if you don't need to see the trailer, don't see the trailer and have everything be a surprise. But it is a teaser. I feel like I wasn't completely shocked with anything in the teaser, but also like if you don't need it, if you're gonna see it with regardless, why not go in blind? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I barely watch trailers because I like going in blind for most movies. So
yeah, I'm the same way.
Such a hopeful trailer. I thought it was the perfect tone.
I agree, and I don't want to see any more. If he releases like a 2-minute thing, no way am I watching that.
You know what? Watch what came out the day before, the teaser of the teaser that was called Look Up, where it's just people looking up in the sky with music. That was dope, and that doesn't spoil anything.
Ooh.
The teaser of the teaser.
Here's Marvel The End. It's the end of everything in one omnibus.
I think this is my most hyped up book for the year.
It is not. What? You don't
I have mine pre-ordered.
There are good stories in here, though. Like Venom: The End, I thought was by Adam Warren was fantastic.
I think Hulk: The End by Peter David. That's a good book. That's the only story I know, though. Hulk: The End, and obviously I read it out of context. So FF by a mile for me, but that Superman trailer did get me pumped. Jake is a modern reader.
Why does the quotes make it seem like a diss? Like he could have just put modern reader without the quotes, but the quotes makes it feel like a burn.
Yeah. Here's my Discord where you can join. It's easy to join. There's a hot link like below where I have the hot link. They're not hot links. Hyperlinks? What are they called for real?
Links.
But it's a clickable link. Are links?
You can just say link.
Link. Okay. There's links for Discord underneath Dom of X's YouTube Discord YouTube channel link.
I love the way I love the review of your Discord that sells it perfectly. Omnidog's Discord, where it feels like you just took a Xanax.
That is not actually, that's not my quote. It's
no, it's someone's review of your Discord, but it's like the best way to sell it. It's just a peaceful time. If the internet's a little too crazy for you, there's too much hyperness, you know.
Yeah, it's very relaxing.
On Omnidog's Discord.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. Jake is on the money. Lance, would it spoil anything? No, you don't. You ended up losing the bet. Okay, everything ends in that other Omni, and here's Spider-Man Joe Kelly, which I was talked out of buying by Webhead.
Is this where I
Yeah,
should
it's
jump
only
in
if
with
you really
Spider-Man?
need those 90s gap fillers, because a lot of this is already going to be collected in brand new day omnibuses. And I am also, because Joe Kelly is getting back on Amazing Spider-Man full time with Pepe Larraz and John Romita Jr. to start up the new year. I have no idea how they'll brand this in the future, because of the recent creator-centric omnibuses that we've gotten for regular ASM. So who knows?
This is a great question, Brian. Let me save it for when we're done. We're getting close to the end. Let me save this about our New Year's resolution goals for comic book collecting reading. People talking to members. I like the spine for Marvel. The end. Hot links or sausage. Okay. Yeah, that's a question everybody wants to know. Harvey, what are you betting on? You haven't been giving us any betting chat recently.
Yeah, what are the odds I finish the pie?
Oh, here's the X Factor book. This is the one that Paul McGrew asked me about. This fits between the first Peter David series and then the second one. Correct, Dom?
Correcto.
Nice. I need to see this Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. She looked like a good Lois Lane.
She is perfect. I've watched a few episodes of the show. She's gonna be great.
I agree.
I think every character, like, I was the only one that I was like, oh my god, they got Beck Bennett from SNL as Steve Lombard, like, and the guy who's playing Jimmy Olsen is from Santa Clarita Diet. I love Jimmy. Like like all the characters no one else cares about, I feel like are pitch perfect. Like the cast is just perfect.
Well, I care about Steve Lombard and Jimmy Olsen.
Those
I know, yeah, but
those
like
are integral Daily Planet characters. And
What
supporting characters for Superman?
Is it going to be Perry White or Morgan Edge or what?
Perry White.
Okay, who's playing him?
I don't know that actor. Let me pull it up right now.
I probably don't know that actor either. I don't know any actor. And here we are at the end. What is this? Complete Collection Volume 2?
Yeah, this is the second half of the Jonathan Hickman X-Men omnibus.
Okay.
Here you go, man. It's Wendell Pierce. Here's the first official photo of him as Perry White.
Oh, interesting. No, don't leave me alone. New look at Wendell Pierce as Perry White and James Gunn's Superman. He's got that cigar chomp and the Daily Planet in back. Okay, I will share this because it's boss. Wendell Pierce. I'm afraid I don't know this actor, but he's already sold me.
And then look at this pitch perfect Steve Lombard. Like at SNL, he was always so good at playing like a person who put his foot in his mouth. So I feel like an obnoxious guy. I just feel like he's gonna be...
Oh, that's the guy that used to play yeah, he did AT&T commercials and then he used to play
and then I'll show you Jimmy Olsen. Yeah, show the image.
Let me show that. Why is it not going there?
Maybe remove your screen and then put it back in.
Just a sec. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. Yeah, here it is. He was great on SNL.
And then lastly, here is Jimmy Olsen, who is, I think, the best one they've cast. Like he's so Jimmy Olsen, bro. If you watch Santa Clarita Diet or anything that he's in, he's just pitch perfect Jimmy Olsen.
I'm sure there's an easier way for me to do this, but
there's got to be. But you know what? We're doing it live.
We are doing it live. Oh wow, he looks just like Jimmy Olsen.
That is Jimmy Olsen, right?
Yeah.
So the whole Daily Planet cast just looks so perfect.
I'm way behind. Bunk from The Wire. Okay, that was Perry White. Okay, wait. Let me go back to what I was doing. Do you guys have any resolutions for 2025?
I want to date my wife more, but if we're talking about collecting resolutions, I want to finish more books. I keep starting books, doing overviews, and then I never finish them. So I want to do more personal reading, like not content reading, and then I want to go on more fun dates with my wife because it's easy to get into a routine of not dating your wife. So those are my resolutions.
Upper management just overheard that.
I saw her walk in. That's why I said it. I'm just kidding.
She was over there. Did you hear that? She says you're a good man.
Aw, thank you.
Okay, I get the hint.
Hey, we can encourage each other. We'll plan dates together.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the books coming out in January. If anybody is excited, I'm gonna get this one because I'm excited. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna get this one. That's
Can I tell you the funniest thing I'd ever seen about the Amalgam Omnibus was Omnibo pulls out his custom bound DC versus Marvel Amalgam Omnibus that his partner made him, and talked about how excited he was that he didn't have to buy the Amalgam Omnibus. And then Chris, our friend Chris, says, well, I guess like one of the creators told him that it's gonna Dom, what was it that he said it's gonna collect that's never been collected before? Like the alternative endings to the alternative endings. And you just see the light fade from Omnibo's eyes. And he's like, the rest of the stream, he's pricing out where to buy the Amalgam Omnibus internationally. And it was so heartbreaking. He was so excited to tell us how much his custom bound one meant to him and how he didn't need to buy it. And then the light fading from his eyes was heartbreaking.
I had Red Lanterns custom bound, but the Red Lanterns Omnibus is going to have extra stuff. I'm not getting rid of that Red Lanterns one that I had custom bound. I picked out all the cover images and everything. I picked out great covers for the front and back. I'm keeping that. But that is funny. I don't know what to do about my customs of other stuff. Daredevil Volume 2, Elric, Micronauts.
I think I'm gonna jump on to Micronauts Volume 3.
No, you're not
reading Micronauts. I have it pre-ordered.
Why?
Because I gotta make content, man. The
Oh.
people demand it.
I thought you said you wanted to date your wife more.
That's next year.
This is next year.
I thought Micronauts Volume 3 comes out in December. Isn't Micronauts Volume 3 next week? This is
this week.
Well, it technically comes out on the first, and you won't get it until like the 1st of January.
Yeah,
so
but
that is next year.
There's the layover period. No one starts their New Year's resolutions in January.
Well, no one begins to do their New Year's resolutions because they break them within 3 days.
I'm gonna date my wife, I promise.
I'm
also gonna do Micronauts Volume 3
track of this.
James, clip this and save it.
Yeah. And we'll send it to Jess so she can keep track of it herself.
Yeah, we'll have an online spreadsheet of every date we go on.
I don't know if that's creepy or not, but hey, if James can have it, I mean,
just the clip. I don't know that we need to keep track of it. I just got an insurance commercial. Okay.
I'm trying to go see Nosferatu tonight, but my wife doesn't seem into it. But I always try to see Robert Eggert movies in theaters.
Nightwing already came out. Paul Pope, the not cool version of Savage Sword. You've convinced me.
Why would Webhead give you the spicy cover?
I don't know. I'm a prisoner. Did you
dirty.
I'm a prisoner of whatever he sends me. Jimmy Olsen's is from the Righteous Gemstones. That's a series Omnicat wants me to watch.
Nothing says romance like a spreadsheet.
Oh, is James? Uh-oh. Jess, you already set one of your 2025 New Year's resolutions during your brother. February 2024 stream with Max and Freddie. You said you're going to begin to. Oh no! What?
But now is the perfect time because almost every Invincible title is 50% off on organic price books, and on top of that, you can save $2 with what code, Jess?
Omnidog.
And if you use Omnidog Sit, you can get 5% off your order at 4 books more with all the books shipped together. So check out
Or 3 books and shipping insurance, but I didn't say that out loud.
This is organicpricebooks.com, the #1 collected editions and omnibus site on the internet.
Unless it's Monday or Friday, then In Stock Trades is the #1. My favorite Eggers movie is The Witch. I know it's not pronounced The Witch.
Oh, the Witch. Okay, yeah.
But it looks like 2 V's. That's my favorite one. Just because, like, it's so the way they set a tone of like they make you like the trees are wrestling or something just seems amiss is just like it sets the tone perfectly. I also really like I love Robert Pattinson, so Lighthouse is a favorite of mine.
Do you think I'd like that movie? Is it scary at all? Because it's called like a horror movie, but is it
what movie?
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse isn't scary. It's more about like think of it like the horrors of being alone on an island, but it's not like monster scary horror or anything like that. It's just like a slow descent into insanity between 2 men that are spending too much. I think it hits a lot more after COVID, after we all isolated ourselves, you know what I mean? Because the movie's about like being stuck with someone and going crazy together a little bit. I think you would really like it. If you can get over it, like being black and white and the aspect ratio, I think it's an awesome movie. The monologues between Dafoe and Pattinson are pitch perfect. So it is, is awesome movie.
I definitely need to see The Witch. I know that's high on my list.
I'm going to send you a 30-second video of Conan O'Brien saying why The Witch is his favorite horror movie, but it's going to sell it to you. It's awesome.
Okay. Well, I'm already sold, but okay. My comic-related resolution is to read for at least an hour every day, which isn't easy. Sometimes I work 12-hour shifts 5 days a week. Yoicks.
Yeah, my mom does too, Derek. I understand.
Is that like in a hospital or?
Yeah, she worked. Well, it's 6 days for her in like on site and then 1 day off, like remote. But yeah, 12-hour work days every single day.
I think you should see The Witch soon, Jess, because it's going to introduce you to who's playing Galactus, the actor. And it's like, it's the actor who's playing Galactus's favorite movie he's ever done. So it'll really give you a taste of who's playing Galactus.
Good night, Chris. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Have a good one, Chris Brogan.
Derek works in a warehouse. Used to be the person responsible for taking care of freight, but lately a bit of everything since short-handed and nothing says romance like a spreadsheet. Yeah, I don't know about what commercials Alex should be getting.
Are the ads set to moderate or aggressive? Because I set those ads to aggressive now.
I set them to annoying. No, I set them to conservative.
StreamYard doubled in price. I'm setting those ads to aggressive.
Yeah, that's an issue. That's going to be an issue going forward. I'm going back to putting together my Lego Optimus Prime.
I want a Lego Optimus Prime. What the frick?
Fifth of Jack, when did you get it? Okay, I feel like you answered Reaper's question. Jewish Dragons is here. What up, Jewish Dragons? Harvey also works in a hospital. I won't dox him. I know where. I know what he does. I know his knowledge. I know the classes he takes. But he knows my address, so I don't say anything. I pronounce it Vivitch also. Lighthouse is a comedy. Oh,
absurdist comedy.
The Northman, that has Anya Taylor-Joy in it too, right? Is this by the same director?
Yeah. So
Do you also like this?
I do. But the only reason I haven't watched it again, this is gonna be really sad. I had a close friend, and we were like, we liked alternative movies together, and we saw The Northman together because we were huge Robert Edgar fans. And then we get out of the movie, and he goes, "Honestly, man, I've been wanting to say this for a while. I think we should stop being friends. I think we don't have anything in common anymore." And that was the last time I talked to him for like 4 years since
Oh my
like
gosh.
yeah, and people grow apart. You know, we had been friends for a long time, and he was going in a different direction. And I respect him for being honest versus just ghosting me. You know what I mean? But like it was as soon as we left the movie, so I was like, that movie has a weird connotation to me now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so
But
sorry. That's very sad.
yeah, I haven't talked to him for like 4 years, but I did just text him and ask him if he saw Nosferatu. I did not get a reply.
He's just talking to me as a regular moviegoer. I don't have a problem with black and white or the aspect ratio or anything. He's just don't be an elitist, Harvey. I saw Nosferatu this morning. Loved it. Lily Rose Depp can act. That's what I read that too. This is a complaint that you can talk to us tomorrow about on Omnibus.
Hey, send them as many angry emails as you want because I don't handle their emails.
Mine is read 700 issues. I read about 350 Spider-Man last year. That's a lot.
My advice for people is what I learned in the book called Atomic Habits is if say you want to read an hour of comics every day, set your goal to read 30 minutes of comics every day, because if you read 30 minutes, you'll probably keep reading and read an hour. But if you read 53 minutes of comics, you don't want to feel like you failed your goal. You know what I mean? So it's better to make your goals a little bit easier to obtain. That way you surpass them versus falling short.
These are good goals, Kane. Exercise more, connect with my friends more, and read more. The internet is where all my friends are, like this show. So I'm connecting with them now. I don't know if I could read any more.
Why do I feel like Dom's been reading an issue this whole live stream? Like he's been looking down, like he's chunking out an omnibus right now. I feel like.
I mean, I do have the Aquaman omnibus next to me, but no, I was just waiting for you guys.
This is also a worthy goal. I don't know what that is. It's something related to cycling, though, I bet. Well, I'm sorry, Alex. I don't have any control over what YouTube is sending to you. Sorry. What do you think? What kind of ads do 13-year-olds get now? I mean, what's an appropriate ad for you to get? And by the way, I'm 65 and I don't want to get insurance ads either.
I don't know, bubblegum, Fortnite. Is that what the kids are into? I don't know.
So my goals are to read more of my physical collection. Yes. Exercise more. Yes. Engage in my hobbies more. Yes. Connect with friends and family more. All good ones. Problem is I don't have energy in the winter months. Always tired in the evening. Won't really go into reading mode. Yeah, that makes sense. I bet there's a lot of people like that. Oh, Fifth of Jack got his Lego. Kiddo gave it to me for Christmas birthday gift. It was a shocking surprise. That's awesome. Wait, Rich, why are you saying dude harsh?
Probably about my friend. I'm going to guess it was with my friend. But to be honest, again, I just respect that he was honest about it. At least like we had a cathartic ending versus ghosting. Ghosting is pretty damaging.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been ghosted by friends. It is damaging. Hey, Kenny. Kenny, I won't ghost you. I promise. Good point, Jake. Okay, Harvey's yelling at me. I'm not an elitist because I don't only read comics or watch movies of almost exclusively one period or promotion budget level. Okay. I still think you're an elitist. Yeah, this is right. I get sexy anime women ads and conceal and carry ads. I live in Australia where gun ownership is rare due to one big mass shooting in Tasmania. It worked well for us. Ads are based on your internet cookies. If Alex is sharing internet with his parents, maybe his parents are looking up insurance stuff.
All
I got
my ads are
sports
for
ads.
depression. Sorry,
Not
you go
better
Dom?
health.
Yeah, I would like to be pain-free in 2025. World domination. Watch old TV shows with the parents this holiday, and all the commercials are trying to scare old people. I think that is directed at me, and I'll say the answer is yes. All those stupid prescription pill things are freaking annoying. Okay, so on the charge of elitism, I find myself not guilty. I had a nap and you guys are still on. You missed a great show.
Yeah, Jake got a pie. He ate the pie and might have not eaten the pie and talked about bunk with the pie.
My question is, if I bring a big enough bag, do you think I could sneak the rest of the pie into the theater to see Nosferatu?
Depends on what theater you're going to.
Yeah, AMC. I go to AMC.
Oh. Mine doesn't care. At least the days that I go on, they really don't. But
Do you guys want to see how much of the pie I ate?
Yeah, and then we have to kind of end it because now is date time for me and upper management. We're going to start the second season of Shrinking.
Oh my god. Text me when you get to the last episode. I've never bawled from the start to finish of an episode before. I
think that's
bawled my eyes out.
Here's the pie. Show us the pie.
I barely ate any.
I think that's probably a healthy amount. Healthy is in not damaging to your body.
Shrinking season 2 surpasses the first season significantly. It's my favorite show on TV right now.
Really? Okay, good.
It surpassed Ted Lasso for me this season.
Wow. That must be the thing that I put up Arcane up against. Ted Lasso. We watched, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but that's old. But I still watched a lot of it this year. Okay, yeah, now I'm just talking to myself. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for... What's that?
We're into it. We like hearing what shows you watched. We love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I've never laughed harder at a show as I have Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And then my daughter got a job. She had to go get a job, and we haven't watched it since. But I'm very happy for her.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine's like my marriage, because I'm basically Jake and she's basically Amy, and then Jordan is like Charles. So that's literally like my marriage.
Charles. Okay, so Jake, where can people find you when you're not here goofing and gaffing with me, as Gio would say?
I'm around. I'm on YouTube as The Brave and the Boys. We're 99 subscribers away from 7,500, which is insane. I'm on Blue Sky when I remember it exists. I have a Discord. We'll be doing a book club for Klaus next week because I double booked with this show. I also run the Organic Price Books YouTube and all their social media, and I run their customer support emails. So if anyone has any issues with an order, shoot me a message during business hours. Like, it's not fun at midnight to be like, hey, my book's damaged. But other than that, I'm around. So I love doing shows, and I will be on the Omnis show on Monday at, is it 8 o'clock?
Omni Bros, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night is the Omnis Awards. Yes.
And you'll text me those categories again, right?
Yes.
You sent it to me like weeks ago, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot.
No, I get it.
I have to scroll back. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Dom of X. Let's get him to 2,500.
Right.
I meant personal messages to me. I meant like if you send me a message, do it during business hours, but also email anytime. Elitist.
I'm not conflating anything. Anything I say to Cycle is with peace and love. I mean, Cycle knows I love him. So it wasn't a real snipe. Although snipe's a good word. Conflating elitism with snobbery and snobbery with having good as in also critical taste. That's very well said. Dom of X, so close to 2,500 subscribers. Sorry I couldn't get you there. I really thought I could, but where else can they find you when you're not Doming of X on YouTube?
Besides Omnibus, of course, you can check out all the collected editions and everything that we talked about on here at comicreleases.com, where my partner in crime is currently in Florida at a Florida concert. I'm half joking. But you can check out our work there. And of course, we have our Patreon, where for just $2 a month or more, if you would like to, you can get your own watch list. But we are proud of the free resource for everybody, and ad-free as well, of a site for everybody to use. And of course, you can check us out there at comicreleases.com. I also got a Blue Sky where I do promote some of my work and some other people's cool works as well. So if you want to talk to me on there, I am there as well.
No, it was the comment about the aspect ratio and the black and white. It's just, don't, you know, not to take it personally. And I have a Discord also. Thank you. You know, I should have a resolution to go on Blue Sky and Instagram more. I have those accounts, and I really should use them more. But thank you, everyone, for watching. I appreciate all of you, especially you, Harvey, sending me all the food I ever wanted on that appreciation stream last week. Peace and love to you, my friend.
Send me some Jollibee, Harvey.
And peace and love to everyone that was watching. I appreciate that. Everybody who's watching. Okay. I know we're just
To some people, that's a realistic thing that some people have as a thing that they need to get past.
And I don't.
And Jess doesn't.
Right. I'll watch anything. I don't in whatever format it's supposed to be shot, watched, everything. Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. And come to the Omnis tomorrow at Omni Bros at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will use my theme song to play us out. Thank you all very much for watching. Peace and love. And thank you to Jake and Dom for joining. I appreciate your guys' help.
I don't think I ever mentioned my resolutions, but
Don't say anything. It has